Oh, so you went to the Cape.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Because I had been to Martha's Vineyard before, too. That was nice. A little more private, but, you know.
So what do you think it is?
Which do you like better?
Cape, he's saying.
Cape Cod I like better, I think, probably.
Yeah?
Ultimately, it was a little less snooty, I think.
More down to earth.
Yeah, more like my peeps.
Was it hard when you went out to dinner and you couldn't have your Jack and water?
Yeah, you know, I mean, with Dana, it's a little easier.
Yeah.
You know, when you're with your chick, it's easier to deal.
Throw yourself.
So you haven't been hanging out with guys at all, then, huh?
Not really, no.
That's probably the problem. Hanging out with guys.
The test is going to be going like the night you talked about at Scores.
Scores. Well, we wanted you to go with us, but
oh, that's nice.
We knew you couldn't handle it.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah. Because we were tanked.
I'd love to get
Shake
that
that
at you.
ass, bitch, and let me see what you got. Just shake that ass.
I mean, shots were going.
Yeah, when you're around that chick Danielle, it's tough not to drink, I'd assume.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Vodka, thank you.
That's my girl.
Vodka, thank you.
You have no idea how much fun she is.
I'm sure.
That girl should be rolling in dough. If 50 Cent's got 100 million, she should have 200 million.
Right.
I don't think she learned to be a good businesswoman by selling crack, though, first.
Yeah.
That
she
could be the drawback.
She's a great girl. Nice girl.
Vodka, thank you.
What a night. You know what I mean? That place.
Yeah, no
It's a man's place. It's a man's place. It's for man. Not woman, man.
I want to see what they do in Vegas, too. I'm curious.
Scores Vegas will be beautiful.
Scores Vegas will probably have to be closed down.
Hey, I got videotape Sal took, and we're going to get into this tomorrow because I don't want to get into the whole story now, but Sal took videotape of Gary, Baba Booey, smoking weed in Amsterdam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did he do this? Was he secretly recording him?
Yeah.
Oh, my
It's the
God.
funniest thing.
Secret. I totally knew he was recording.
You did? It didn't look it to me. He wraps those big lips around that joint, that legal joint.
There's no hope for that joint, right? It's over.
It's all, and he turns his head to the side. He's got a whole.
Oh.
Yeah, he's all proud of himself. Forget about it. I'm going to put that on.
I forgot the two of them went off to Amsterdam.
Yeah, I'm going to put that on howardstern.com.
You can watch the video?
Yeah, in Vagina Corner. Go to the Vagina Corner and click on that, and you'll see exclusive video of Baba Booey smoking weed in Amsterdam.
We walked into this coffee bar, that's what they call it. There was this old American lady there. She had to be like 50 years old, missed a couple of teeth. And the first words out of her mouth were, "If it's good enough for George Clooney and Brad Pitt, it's good enough for me." And we're like, what the hell is she
What does
talking?
that mean?
I guess they Brad Pitt shot a scene in Ocean's 12 there, so his picture's all over the wall.
Oh.
So it was, you know, if Brad Pitt could go there, then it's good enough for her.
Oh, because Brad Pitt knows so much.
Exactly.
You know, so Baba Booey's wife went unconscious and had a seizure from the pot. That's how strong it is.
It wasn't exactly, yeah, well, it was like a seizure, yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I'll give you the quick story.
Well, then you guys had a great
All right, here it's time for Sal and Baba Booey in Amsterdam.
So I'll give you the quick part of the story. So we flew overnight. You know, you leave at 6 o'clock at night. You land at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Get to our hotel like 9 o'clock, take a little nap. Noon, we're ready to roll. Now, we're there with the people of Heineken, who I have to thank. It was an amazing trip.
And Gary said Sal was weird because all he thinks about is that there are legal whores there the whole time.
He pulled me over to the side several times and goes, "I could never live here. How could I live here knowing that they're around the corner?" And I'm like, "Well, they're around the corner everywhere." And he goes, "Aren't you thinking about this?" And I go, "I got to tell you, I'm sort of not. Like, I thought about it when I walked by, and then I was gone, and I didn't think about it."
And it left your mind.
Sal, admit it. You didn't stop thinking about it until we left Amsterdam.
My wife got so pissed off.
Why?
Because all I kept saying, let's go back to the red light district, let's take some pictures, let's look at some other people. She goes, "You sound like a desperate pervert. Cut it out already."
Could you ever say to your wife, "Look, let's go visit a whore and like let's just mess around with this"?
I tried that. I go, "Hey, when in Rome, you know, it's Amsterdam. I mean, can I get a free pass? Technically, it would be fun, you know? Like you ride the donkey on the Grand Canyon."
But how do you make it fun for her? Like, what's in it for her?
Maybe I could get. Well, I'm not as horny, so I could get to stay away from her.
Yeah, he won't sleep with her.
It would be some relief.
No, but would she ever like join you and like you'd sit in a room with one of them?
Dude, she doesn't even do me. Think she can do a stranger behind a window?
Maybe just do some light touching and nothing, huh?
No way.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting at the bar and she's.
Would you ever ask Mary for that?
No, because she's not into it. I mean, I had the thought for a minute, like. Maybe somehow she might get off if she watched while, some chicks dig that. And I go,
she's into bestiality.
And then I realized that's my thought.
Right, you're having that conversation with yourself.
Yeah, chicks that like to watch, I've yet to meet one.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who they are. They're the girls that you date. If you have a lot of money and you're hanging out in Amsterdam, a girl's going to say, hey, sure, let's give that a shot.
There's no wife that'll do that.
No, never. No married man is loyal in Amsterdam. Impossible. Absolutely impossible.
There's plenty of guys.
Were the girls hot?
Smoking.
Yeah, and we were out at Howard. We were out Tuesday at noon.
And they were hot?
I said to him again, that is so not the A-team.
You know what's cool about this show? Like a year ago, Sal was a listener.
Right.
Now he's going to Amsterdam with you. And,
I tell you,
we had a great time.
I was so scared and intimidated to meet Mary Delabate because
why?
It's not every day you go to a vacation where you're hanging out with somebody's husband you ridiculed for 10 years.
That's true.
And
you got your job ridiculing him.
I was really, really worried. And at first I felt a little tension, but eventually I cracked her open.
Here's the deal. She loves him.
Oh, really?
Sal made her laugh the entire trip. And not at my expense, either.
Really?
And I love her. I swear to you.
Before this trip, she was so dreading Sal. She did not want to go on this trip with Sal. She hated Sal.
Yeah.
Sal's a funny dude, I got to tell you. He's a funny dude.
Sal's a good guy.
Sometimes you got to calm him down because he gets into weird areas. Like I don't know if you know, in Paris, right? You go down what is it, Robin? The
Champs-Élysées.
Champs-Élysées. It's almost all Middle Eastern now. When you go there. We were when you go out late at night, we were the only white people out there.
Dude, it's like burkas gone wild. That's all. It's just towels.
The Champs-Élysées?
Yes. I don't even know how to say that. I didn't even know that's what you call it. Even now, I don't know that.
Really?
But it's a section of Paris that is clearly all Middle Eastern now.
Wow.
A lot of tourists. But, I mean, we were the only... It almost would be like
we were
going
minorities.
to Harlem. You know what I mean? We were the only white people in Harlem. And their culture is they stay out really late at night.
Did they think you were white?
I don't know what they thought of me.
Because you don't look that
where's
way.
your burqa?
Right. But they stay out really late at night, like 5-year-old kids and babies. We went to get a table at 2:30 in the morning at a restaurant, and we had to wait 20 minutes. Packed.
Wow.
Right? And
why?
people with kids.
So Sal is doing a joke a minute, and Sal's wife's kicking him. She's like, we're not in the United States anymore. He's like, look at all these burkas. Making jokes.
I remember that.
So we had to reel him in a little bit.
Was he drunk?
It was funny. What are you saying was funny? It's just not a
good idea when people can beat you up.
I was doing that because Mary was getting a kick out of all the burkas. Women dressed in burkas.
We put Gary in a burqa.
No, you know what's weird? I thought that the Muslim people were supposed to not be into certain things. So you'd see these women in burqas with a ton of makeup on, and some of them weren't bad looking.
Right.
And I thought they were supposed to have like fake eyelashes and eyeliner and lipstick. And then you'd see them in.
But in a burqa, how can you tell they're wearing?
Well, because the burqas they were the ones that were like forehead to chin.
Oh, sexy.
Well, so the eyes were made up.
Right. Yeah, and the faces were made. You could see everything, and
So that ain't a burqa, dude.
But some of them were in burqas too.
Right.
It's like a curtain. It starts at their forehead and goes down to their feet. And but they're drinking at 2:30 in the morning.
It's like a clan roll.
What does Olive think of this?
Drinking.
She's wrapping herself up. Yeah, or boozing.
Yeah.
The works. They're eating shrimp like Gary. It's all over the place.
Weird.
They're all going nuts. And I'll tell you, that's why France is not helping us. Because the Arabs are assisting. They're funding the crap out of
he was saying stuff like this.
Oh, you know what, dude? You don't say that when you're sitting right there.
You were saying stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying then.
All right, so tell me what happened when your wife passed out.
So we get there, we flew all night. We haven't had anything to eat. Noon, we get on a little boat because Amsterdam's all canal. So we're going around a boat ride. As soon as we get on, Heineken, start popping them open. We're pounding them down. Right. We haven't even eaten lunch yet.
Right.
We're eating like these little tiny,
Petty fours.
Yeah, and then, 3 Heinekens and another petty four, like 3 Heinekens. Okay, but we're feeling good. So we stop and they say, let's go to a coffee bar. Cool. We walk into the coffee bar. The lady tells us it's, this is where Brad Pitt hangs out. So we sit down, a couple more Heinekens, and you go and there's a menu, and the menu tells you.
And your wife's drinking like that too?
Not as much, but she's drinking. She's drinking. There's a menu, and they tell you, like, one of it's called, gotta sit down. Like, after you smoke this, you have to smoke this sitting down.
Right.
You can't even be standing up. That's like the biggest stuff they have.
The weed's so powerful.
And then they tell you there's probably about 20 different kinds of weeds, and they're all different variations. We order pre-rolled 2 joints of the mildest stuff there is.
What's that cost?
$6.
2 joints, $6?
Yeah.
Mildest stuff.
Yeah, mildest stuff, right? And big joints, right?
Right.
So the guy says...
Is that the stuff you're smoking on Vagina Corner?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So the guy says to us, here's what you do. You take 2 hits, wait 5 minutes. If you feel your heart start to pound a little bit or whatever,
Oh, my God.
he goes, come to me. I'll give you a sugar cube. Calm you right down.
Okay.
And this is the mild weed.
And he looked at Gary and said, I'll give you a
Yeah, I know. We did,
out of
we
all
did that
things, a
joke,
sugar
too.
cube.
We did that joke, too. Okay,
forget
sugar
about
cube.
What, horses eat sugar?
Right.
The guy said Gary wanted to give him a sugar cube.
So first
Go
they
jump
give
in the weed? No, you're a horse.
Well, first of all, I think they just give a sugar stick, but when they saw Gary, the guy goes, sugar cube.
And I got pictures of this place. We'll throw them up on the website. I got pictures of everything.
Sir, would you like a carrot?
So we go back to the bar. We light it up. Send it around once. Everybody does their
your
thing.
1 hit.
Right. Send it around again. My wife doesn't even take it a second. She's like, no, I'll pass on it this time.
1 hit.
Right. Okay. It was phenomenal. Some of the best I ever had. Put me in a great mood.
You're flying.
But just like in a really happy mood.
Right.
Not wasted out of my mind or anything. My wife is sitting on a chair, and she starts to say, it's a little bit stuffy in here. I need some air. Maybe I said, you want to go outside? She's like, no, but it's like a little stuffy in here. Sal, going to be the good guy. Sal goes, Mary, do you need a sugar cube? And she goes, yeah, why don't you go get me one? Sal goes back to get the sugar cube. All of a sudden, I look at my wife, and she's like sort of talking nonsensical, like I'm asking her a question. She's answering something completely different.
Wow.
Right. So I turn around and I say, are you okay? And Sal's wife goes, I don't think she is. So I grab my wife by the chin, at which point her head starts shaking.
Wow, like uncontrollably.
Like uncontrollably, and her arm and her head starts shaking. Like almost like a seizure.
Yeah.
I'm
Her
like, Mary,
eyes go into the back of her head?
They're going back, and I go, Mary, are you okay? Are you okay? And then, boom, she's out.
Oh.
She's dead out.
Dead out.
Did you think she died?
I'm thinking to myself, she's dead. What am I going to tell the kids? I took her. I got her stoned. I killed the poor woman.
Right.
It was crazy. I mean, it really.
1 hit at a weed.
Right.
1 hit.
Man.
So I tell the guy, Rich.
And one
Plus,
with the
now you're high, and you're probably going, am I imagining this?
No,
or?
I sort of knew what was going on.
Did you know what was going on, Sal?
No, hold on. I'll tell you what happened because
it gets really
so Sal's not near any of this.
Right, he's getting the sugar cube.
Right.
He's getting the sugar cube.
Online.
So Rich from Heineken was the guy that took us all around and everything. Again, I know the guy like an hour and a half, right? I'm like, Rich, grab her arm, help me. And he's like, what? And then he took one look at her. We both grab her by the arm. At this point, Sal, I can tell you, he turns around. The only thing he sees are Mary's toenails dragging on the floor.
Yeah, it was like carrying a dead body out of a boxing ring.
Wow.
She was slumped over Gary's shoulder and the Heineken guy's shoulder.
Was the whole place freaking out?
Well,
No.
we're going to get to that.
They were all relaxed.
So
if she was dead, would you have just dropped her and gone right to the whorehouse?
No.
I would have.
You would have.
So Sal's wife, on the way out, yells to the guy behind the bar, call an ambulance.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
We get out front. In front of this place, there's an empty chair.
Okay.
Put her right in the chair. Boom. She comes right to. She feels fine. She has no recollection.
It was just the air.
She had no recollection of anything.
Right.
She didn't know what happened. She was really embarrassed about the whole thing. And then we realized...
Did she wet herself?
No.
Too bad.
But we realized, first of all, this happens every day. When Sal's wife said, call the ambulance, they thought we were the biggest retards in the world.
Right.
This happens like 20 times a day. That's why the empty chair is out there.
Oh.
The empty chair is out there for people like her.
Right.
Some guy came up and said, you know what, you just need to drink a little vitamin C. You'll be fine. Wow. Another guy came up and he starts laughing at her and goes, he says to me, in the future, tell her to smoke sitting in the chair. That way you could just pick up the chair and put her right out front.
Oh, my goodness.
But it was nothing to them.
They're like, see, our weed is good. You Americans can't handle it.
It was so nothing to them. And we're yelling, call an ambulance. And we're like,
she was dead. I swear. I thought she died.
Well, Sal, you had to wait online for the sugar cube?
I waited online. But can you imagine? I turn around, and there's Gary dragging his dead body wife out of a bar. And my wife screaming, call an ambulance. And the bartender rolls his eye, goes, what the ambulance? Drink some water with sugar. She's fine.
Yeah, he was like, we were annoying him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't even panic.
No.
It's a daily occurrence.
Every American has one in their group, probably.
Gary's like, I'm going to sue you for everything you're worth. And the guy goes, we're worth 14 cents. We sell free weed.
We give you all our joints.
We would sell 2 joints for $6.
And Gary went back to the hotel and finished the joint.
It was
almost
good.
killed his wife.
It was, you know what? In fact, I was mad because I wanted to take it to Paris, but it's illegal.
Right.
So we left it in the hotel room, but I was bummed.
Gary leaves the joint in the hotel.
I threw it in the garbage.
What a classy guy.
But Mary, she didn't do anymore.
She was done. That was it for her.
But we were done. Howard, we were drinking, smoking weed, and also, when you see somebody almost die, talk about a buzzkill.
We were saying it was like a bigger buzzkill than the Anne Frank house. Just a big buzzkill.
Hey, you're worse than the Anne Frank story. Wow.
But I'll tell you one other funny thing about Sal and the whole whore prostitute thing. So we stay a day and a half in Amsterdam, then we go to Paris, right? So they hire this woman to drive us around in a van. She's got a little microphone on, and she's saying this is where the Louvre Museum is, and this is Notre Dame, and showing us around and everything. So Sal goes, oh, hey, do they have a red light district in Paris? And she goes, they do. But Sal thinks every country has a legal red light district.
Right, yeah, it's illegal in Paris.
So he thought it was legal there. And he goes, really? And he goes, and just there's prostitutes out there? And the woman says, yeah, there's definitely, they have all that. And Sal's like, can we go there? And she's like, well, they're not really out till night. This is at like 1 in the afternoon. Right. And Sal's wife's like kicking him. She's like, what's wrong with you? Yeah. And we had to explain to Sal that it's not legal in Paris.
Like I'm retarded.
Every city has a red light district.
Yeah, we have one here, I'm sure.
Yeah, Dominic.
Yeah, what really happens is a hypoglycemic seizure. When her sugar level went so low that she passes out.
Why does the pot bring it on?
Well, you know what? Because the pot raises your sugar level first, and then all of a sudden, any alcohol, and then your body's searching for sugar. You don't have it.
I have a feeling Dominic's body's always searching for sugar, too.
I'm so thin now.
Dominic the doctor here.
Yeah, you got to see me now. I'm so thin, I don't even get diabetes anymore. But that's really what happens.
He doesn't even get it anymore.
Right. And when you get the low, a lot of people, that's the paranoia. Because your body is disorientated. And then you pass out.
Disoriented.
Disoriented. I speak like Gary. and what happens also is the alcohol, the trip. So she actually passed out. Now, some people can have a dangerous seizure at that level.
Like a stroke.
Of course.
It looked like she was having like an epileptic seizure.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Dominic, isn't it true your body searches for cheeseburgers?
Forget sugar.
All right, there's Dominic explaining what happened to Mary Delabate.
I know a guy who went with one of his relatives, and he told me the same exact thing happened. So I think it's a common thing.
Hey, Aaron, you're on the air.
Howard, how's it going?
Hey.
It happens all the time. I have family from Holland, and it's ridiculous. People get so high. You take 1 or 2 hits and you're done.
Yeah.
I can't believe Sal managed to not escape the hotel room or something late night.
Dude, I tried so bad. It was awful. It was like...
Are the hookers hot?
They're ridiculously hot.
Hookers of all nations, Howard. Do you know that supermodels fly in from Russia on Thursday and leave Sunday? These girls are on billboards in Russia. They're well known, but they privately go to Amsterdam. They make like 25, 30 grand over a weekend.
Yeah, how did you know that? Because I didn't hear that on the tour.
From the guy from Philly and Jersey, the guys who moved in, the husbands. The husbands know... I met 2 husbands from Jersey. They live in Amsterdam now. They're like, this is the best place in the world. Heineken takes care of us. They pay all our bills. And I go, what about the whores? The guy goes, $65. Everyone's exactly the same price. And he gave me the whole history on them. For $65.
65 euros.
And you know that
65 euros. About $80.
$80.
That's
Sal,
what?
It used to be like $40. Since the euro came in, now it's gone up.
Yeah, it's shot up, huh?
Howard, I would tell you.
How hot are the chicks? Are they as hot as Playboy?
They're
on the
ridiculously hot. The hottest girls I've ever seen.
Here's what I can tell you.
What do you mean on the weekend?
I was there on a Friday night, right? Robin and I went last time. But even on the day that we were there, you go down one road and it's like just black chicks. You go down another road, it's like Asian chicks. It's a very segregated, so you know where you're going to get what you want. But we walked down this one road and they were like a bunch of like hot Russian chicks.
It was like a...
And then they have the locals.
When you say hot, how hot?
7 to 8
As hot as like Savannah the porn star?
Okay, here's the deal.
As hot as Jenna Jameson?
On Tuesday, they were 7s and 7.5s, right?
Oh.
When I went on Thursday, last time we were there, they were 9s and 9.5s and some 10s. Howard, they were phenomenal.
10s? Yeah.
Annoying?
$60.
Annoying.
No, I'm telling you, Howard. Dude, you can't believe chicks this hot are prostitutes. You can't believe it.
$60.
Wait a second.
Across the board.
60
Are they
euros.
as hot as Jenna Jameson?
Yes.
Yes.
Some of them are 18, Howard.
Absolutely. And Howard, some of them, they look like they're 15 years old. And I don't like young chicks. But
Sure you don't.
No, I don't like them that young. But I tell you, I am convinced if prostitution was legal in the States, I'm telling you right now, 30% of the women you know would probably be prostitutes. And I'll tell you why. Because it's accepted over there. And nobody has a problem with it. These girls look like cashiers at Kmart. You know what I'm saying? They're the everyday girl. You got the black, the Chinese, the young, the old, and they're all standing in the window smiling, ready to service you.
Naked in the window?
No, they're in lingerie. They got to be dressed. Bikinis or lingerie.
And
Howard,
you're telling me there are girls that look like Jenna Jameson?
Yeah.
Yes.
I asked them, why are you here? Why
like Jenna Jameson?
Like Jenna Jameson.
You ask them why they're not doing porn. You can make so much money, and they say, oh, I don't want people to see me.
Is there anyone who looks like Pam Anderson?
No, I haven't seen it.
They're actually all a little bit more natural looking.
Better looking than Pam.
But they're natural looking. Like, you don't see a lot of implants and a lot of that.
And no one, you guys didn't go, huh? I guess you couldn't get away from the
Each
wife.
aisle, Howard's like a supermarket of vagina. And the first window's a black girl. The second window's a chunky black girl. The third window is 2 chunky black girls. It's like they bang out every fetish as you go down the line.
Wow.
And then the next aisle is like a young Swedish girl, and then 2 Swedish girls, and then a brunette Swedish girl.
And the Swedish girls are as hot as Jen and Jamie.
They're hot, Howard.
Dude,
they are hot.
Unbelievable.
I will take a chunky black girl.
Sal, did you find the alleyway and walk through there?
Yes, that's where we did
Skinny alleys where the
I
hottest
was
chicks
there.
are.
Skinny alleys.
Yeah.
The alley it's skinny to begin with. It gets so small you can barely get
And
to
you're
it.
saying skinny alleys the same price as fat Asian girls?
Yeah, skinny alley's the best to go with your wife because my wife's behind me and she can't see my facial reactions because I'm winking to the girls and licking my lips.
You know what? He was winking to the girls.
What did they do?
I didn't
They
see.
wink back and they finger you in. You know, they wave their finger to come in, and I just shrug my shoulders and go.
No, I'm a pussy.
Yeah,
They crack the door open. Oh, come on in, baby. I love you.
Can you bring in your weed and smoke?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, it's all part of that neighborhood. I'm telling you, Howard, how we haven't done a show from there.
Let's go.
Be on me.
We have
the only thing is the prostitutes don't want to be photographed.
No.
Right, they are very private.
But I could pay them €80 and say, come on over to the coffee shop. We want to interview you.
Definitely.
Right.
So you can buy a $3 joint of the most amazing weed and take it to a $60 hooker.
Exactly.
Who looks like Pam Anderson.
Exactly.
And smoke the joint with her and then have sex with her.
How much did Cape Cod cost you? Divide that
more
by
than
69. Right. Divide that by 69. You would have had a different whore every night, sometimes twice, 3 times a night for a week straight.
Weed. And she's not telling you not to drink.
How does that not beat Cape Cod? That's
Howard,
Cape Cod. The other
trying to
thing.
think about that.
It's not Cape Cod. It's Cape. Beep.
Hey, can I talk about the picture that we took at the church?
Disneyland.
Yeah. I don't
So
care.
Sal's so funny. So we're in Paris. We're at Notre Dame, right?
Right.
Sal talks to everybody. I got to tell you, Sal's one of those guys just starts talking to anybody he can find. So our wives are up front, in front of the church. It's a big courtyard and everything. We're in the back. There's these 3 girls from London. Sal starts rapping right away. Oh, where you from? Starts talking to them. One of the girls, she's a fat chick, right?
With
but
huge
boobs.
Like this.
So Sal's like, I really need to get a picture of those. And I'm like, what? So he goes, do me a favor. I'm going to ask the girl if I could take a picture with her. But don't take a picture of me. Just take a picture of the boobs.
I don't want my wife to see me next to boobs.
So Sal goes and puts his arm around her, and I zoom in for him.
You got that picture?
Yeah, I got it.
You put it up on the web?
Yeah, I emailed it to Jason.
Great.
And then I made the, what symbol is this called? I don't know. The okay symbol, and the fat girl looked at me and goes, that's not okay.
I think she figured out something was going on. It was weird. Because you know what happened was I didn't know how to work the Zoom.
It's weird when you see the camera going up your dress and you're supposed to be taking a picture.
My wife is lighting a candle right now in the church.
Right,
I'm taking
praying.
a picture with huge boobs making the okay symbol.
Talk about a mismatch.
The other funny thing is Sal's wife is so pretty, so nice. I don't believe that Sal's wife knows where he goes every day. Like, she doesn't listen to the show.
Good.
She really hardly knows what he's up to.
She doesn't know about the boobs.
Whenever,
I can't wait till we go to Syria.
Boobs.
Yeah, and whenever something weird happens, she sort of hears it third hand, and Sal squashes it before. Like, so she doesn't really know what he's doing here.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a job.
You see that picture? Oh, look at that chick's boobs. Yeah, but you got the face in there.
I could. That was as tight as it would go.
I'll send you the other one as well.
You can crop it.
You know, it was ugly.
Those are nice. She's cute.
At one point, Sal got up. I didn't know how to work the Zoom, and Sal zoomed it in. I think it was pretty obvious what we were up to.
Who cares? A bunch of whores.
Bong hit Eric. You're on the air.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Yo. I wanted to confirm that the weed out in Amsterdam is truly spectacular. And I actually also had a friend that I was out there with who also had that same type of paranoia experience.
Now, do you have to you have to lighten up when you go over there, right? You don't get the heavy stuff either.
Oh, I get the highest grade they have.
Really?
Oh, yeah. This guy's an expert.
Oh, he's a seasoned guy.
Yeah, well, you know what it is, Robin?
What?
When you don't smoke a lot of weed, your tolerance goes down, and you get so much more stoned that it, like, hits you so hard that you become a little bit paranoid. I think that's Howard's problem.
Right.
Right, Howard?
Right.
I got to tell you.
So when you're smoking every day like I do, it's like a very less paranoid feeling. It's more mellow.
And you can take the strongest stuff they have.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
I got to tell you, Howard, not one of my favorite things to do. The only reason I did it was because we were there. It was probably the best I've ever had. I mean, I have not felt that good in ages.
It's great. It's great weed, right?
Percocet. It was beautiful.
Is the strong stuff like heroin?
No, I don't know. I never did heroin, but
It's kind of like if you have a tolerance for it and you don't get that paranoia, it's like Gary's describing. It just makes you in a really good mood, and like maybe things that wouldn't be funny normally would be funny.
You mean Sal became funny?
So, well, listen to this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
And you get hungry.
I'm talking to the dude from Heineken, right?
Yeah.
Sal, my wife. This is before my wife passed out. Sal, his wife, my wife are behind me. So the guy from Heineken goes, "You want to stay here a little while longer? Or do you want to leave?" So I turn around and I said, "Hey guys, you want to stay here a little bit longer? You want to leave?" And they all stare at me and start laughing. So I thought it was like some weird inside joke, and I go, "No, really?" Then they start laughing harder, and I go, "What's so funny?" And they go, "We're stoned."
It was your face. That was so funny.
Bobo, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing there, Howard?
Hey.
I just got Barbara Bowie. Who got laid the most?
Oh, I probably did.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you get laid at all, Sal?
Yes, Howard.
Was there anything
Was it a
romantic?
beautiful
I know there was
town,
once.
Foreign country.
I was looking forward to a good night, and so was she. But kind of put the cart before the horse. You know, like on your mark, get set. I was at before go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? With your wife, you too quick?
Yeah. You know, my wife's a beautiful lady, and I don't get to see her naked. You know,
Where was this,
everybody
in
else.
Paris? Because Paris is supposed to be beautiful.
It was in Paris, and it's been about 3
And
years.
she had to be proud of you that you got a free vacation out of work.
Got to Paris.
She took off her top for me because we were in Paris.
What do you mean, took off her top?
Well, I got to see her top. You
Well,
know,
what do you?
through and have sex.
He doesn't have sex with his wife. She doesn't give him any sex.
Well,
Yes, Sal. What's going on with that, Sal?
She's
You got a hot wife there.
She seems like sort of like I don't know if the words. She's been with him a long time, and she seems like a little sort of fed up with his antics. Although she loves him,
Yeah.
but it's just anything he does that's wacky. It's just that's just Sal.
Yeah, but why doesn't she want to make love to her?
That I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
apparently
it was
she
perfect
did.
time. We had
Sal
no
couldn't
kids.
perform.
She seemed to like him.
There's no kids around.
She said to me the other day, she goes, you know, you burp and fart at the table, you do these disgusting things, you pick your nose and everything else, and you don't. She listens for me to wash my hands after I go to the bathroom, and she sends my son in now to monitor me.
Oh, geez.
Hey, Sal.
So
You know, it was funny. We would go out, and then go back to our room and like have an hour before dinner, go back out again. So I would get the reports from Sal, like I got the riot act. Apparently I'm being too big a jerk and saying things I shouldn't say.
But
I thought Sal was perfectly fine.
I wasn't loud.
He
I wasn't.
He does get into like the
She hates you, dude.
No. He gets, like, you know how we talk about sex during the break?
Yeah.
Like when we're during the break. Like Sal could sometimes be like that. You got to remember that.
You're in mixed company
Right.
and your wives
like even the
don't
dude from
hang out
Heineken,
like
our wives don't hang out like that. The dude from Heineken, Sal can be very graphic.
Hey, I got to take a break. We'll come back. We got to do the news. It's 10 o'clock already.
Oh,
so.
my.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it was a great trip, Howard.
Good for you, man. And
I'm glad
thank
you
you.
enjoyed it.
thank you, Heineken.
Thanks to Heineken.
All right, and we'll be back right after these. Years ago, and said he wanted to be a comedian. Gary told him he had no talent.
Fred and I laughed at him.
You guys laughed at him. He went out on the road.
I
and he
think I
proved-
spit in his face one time.
I think you spit in his face.
I did.
But anyway, lo and behold, Mitch went out. He proved all these people wrong.
That's right.
He studied his craft. He went up on stage. He did all the things stand-up comedians have to do, and he's having a very, very successful career. He's got his second, I guess, comedy CD coming up. I think it's a special on Comedy Central or something. I don't know what it is.
Hey everybody, this is world-famous comedian Mitch Fatel, who used to be Howard's intern very long time ago, and he started it all with me, and I'm back where I started to pay homage to the man who started out my career and told me that I would be a successful stand-up comedian. He is the only one on the show that told me I would be successful. Gary told me that I would have to keep my day job, and now I make a lot more money than him.
So, Mitch, what are you going to be talking about today? You have a new
my new
right?
special, Mitch Fatel is Magical. It's my 1-hour special. It premieres on Comedy Central, and it's going to be a huge special, and once it airs, there will be no more racism in the world.
So excited to be back, right?
Yeah, very
Ready?
excited to see Howard and everybody, and where it all started years ago, so it's always fun for me to come back and show Fred how good I've done.
All right, Mitch is on a roll. Mitch Fatel. He was my intern. How many years ago? I know we've been over this before.
Over 20 years.
Time ago, yeah.
Over 20 years.
I'm guessing 1985, 1986.
That is 20 years. Hey, Mitch. What do you say, man?
85, 86?
Was it 20?
Because it was before John.
Mitch, was it 20 years ago?
Before John.
Really?
Was it 20 years that you were 20 years ago you were my intern?
Yeah, I was only 10.
Another young comedian.
Hi there.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Mitch actually
Great
gave us
too.
John because what happened was Mitch was interning for us for like a year, and then he fucked up his car. He couldn't come in.
I got
Mitch,
a car accident.
Mitch's father was like, I don't understand why you work there for free. So Mitch's father wouldn't fix the car. Mitch was so devoted to us that he didn't want to leave us high and dry. So he goes, there's this guy that sits next to me in my class at NYU. I think he'd be good. And then he goes, and he stutters. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
You were like, by the way, he stutters.
Well,
and I went, well, he's accepted then.
I came to you and I was like, I think there's a problem though because he kind of stutters, and you're like, hire him. That's exactly what you said.
You're out. He's in.
He just said, hire him.
Quickly. Wow. How you doing?
I'm great.
Yeah, Mitch was our intern, and, we've told this. I'm not going to go over old history, but the stories where Gary, Baba Booey, was sort of Mitch's guy. Like, I had a guy in my career who told me I'd never be a disc jockey, I'd never be any good at it, and Gary was your guy.
He was my Howard in the back. Like,
He said to you, keep your day job. You told him a joke, and he was like, keep your day job. But Gary often explains to me, he says he had no idea you even wanted to be a stand-up comedian back then.
I told him I wanted to be.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
The whole time I was with you.
Why would you have said keep your day job?
Because I was breaking your balls.
No, but I said I wanted to be a comedian.
Yeah, but you told me that day. In other words, my memory of it was the whole time we were together and you were interning. And by the way, I love Mitch, and I always thought we had fun, interning and stuff. And I don't remember Mitch ever saying to me, like the day he got there, like, I want to be a stand-up, or the whole time we were together. We even went out to Comic Relief together, and I don't think you said
stand-up comedy when I was 15. Like,
but I didn't know that.
Nobody knew that about you.
I thought he knew.
No, I didn't know that. So one day you said, I want to be a comedian. I said, oh, tell me a joke. And you told me a joke. And I said, don't quit your day job. And I said to Howard.
That stuck with me so many years.
But you know what? I said to Howard.
Through the nights.
I don't even remember what the joke was. It was more about breaking your balls because we all broke each other's balls.
Right, but I was very sensitive, and you were important to me. And I remember.
I know, and I spoke to Elon Gold years later, and he said you were very upset about it. I thought you'd gotten over it, and
I was kind of a pussy back then.
Yeah.
I think.
I think he let everything bother him.
Yeah.
You couldn't say anything to
I was
Mitch.
young, and I just wanted to. Well, I
Yeah.
think what happened is when you become an intern on the show, and this probably happens with interns here now, you just think, well, I'm famous now. That's it. I'm going to be like, I'm going to walk in, and I'm going to be your new co-host.
Right.
And so you walk in, and you're like, I gotta make potatoes? Stand it.
That ain't fun.
So I thought I was, the day I got the call from Gary that I could be your intern, I was like, well, I made it. That's it. It's done.
Career in high gear.
It's done. And then I remember when I left the show, I had what I learned was the worst thing that could happen, which I had fame without any money at all.
Right.
And I had to get a job at a truck stop, an overnight truck stop, and I would have drunk kids coming in going like, "You're the Howard Stern guy." and my line was, if I was the Howard Stern guy, would I be working at an overnight truck stop?
The shame and humiliation. Well, Mitch has got exciting news. He has a second DVD out.
That's actually my first DVD.
Oh, but this is
it's
your
my second Comedy Central special.
Your second Comedy Central special. It's Mitch Fatel is Magical, and you can see Mitch on the cover of the DVD. He is dressed as a wizard, and he is making a girl float in midair. And that's your girlfriend, huh?
That's my hot Asian girlfriend.
Boy, I got to tell you something. There's an advertisement for going into show business. Now, she is one hot girl,
There's no reason that girl should be having sex with me at all. It's disgusting. Her parents are disgusted by it.
She's gorgeous.
Everybody's disgusted
Look
by
at
it.
this girl, Robin. Even you will turn lesbian. Wow.
Amazing.
How's that, Artie?
Very nice.
Very nice. And hey, listen, that's what fame and success brings,
It was
right?
worth all the work just for that. And the funny thing is like, I forget that she's only with me because I'm in show business, and so I'll be walking in the mall and I'll see a girl that looks like her and look at the girl a little too long, and they get that sleazed out look like an older guy looking at him.
Yeah.
And I realize, like, oh, she'd have no interest in it because she promises me that she would.
Yeah. Well, she thinks she would anyway, and that's good.
She's great.
Someone told me a story that you just told one of the guys in the green room, that this is years ago before your beautiful girlfriend, that you had an opening act, and he walked into your room.
Yeah.
Is this true?
Carrie, he's here.
Oh, he's here. Your opening act is here. I guess when you travel on the road, you have your
He's my regular guy.
He's your regular guy. You like him. And he walked in. He says, "You can't believe this. A girl just blew me who saw the show."
Yeah.
And you said to him, "Do you think she'd blow me
That
too?"
was my first line. Not that he got blown. Can I get blown?
Right.
And he's got a big red face because he just got blown. He's like, I just got a blowjob in there. So I go, will she blow me? He goes, go ask her. She's in the room right now. So I walk in, and she's putting back in her tongue ring.
Right.
I walk in, and I go, hey, Gary said I should come in here and something special was going to happen.
All right.
And she goes, I don't know what he's talking about. And I go, well, what just happened in here? And she goes, he just blew his load in my mouth.
Yeah.
And I said, can I have one? And she goes, really? You want me to give you a blow? And I was like, yeah, I do. And I just sat down, and she just gave me, and I didn't even know her name.
Was she a good-looking girl?
She was the kind of girl that blows a guy that walks in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So she wasn't.
So
she was she was young. I think youth is the most important thing. She's like 23 years old.
You weren't disgusted that she had just accepted your buddy's load in her mouth? You didn't care, right?
I think afterwards, that's when I was like, well, I have his load on my now forever. He's kind of fucked me.
I thought when you're the headliner, you get blown
usually first.
Yeah.
But he's very aggressive. I wait for the girls to come to me.
Right.
He's very, very aggressive. Like, he'll just ask every single girl that comes to the table, will you blow me? And he's got no shame in the number. He'll just keep asking like a scratch off until he gets the one that wins.
I mean, you actually still care if you get rejected, so you're not going to ask for a blowjob. He doesn't care. He'll play the numbers. In other words, I'll ask 50 girls for a blowjob, and 49 of them will say no. That won't disturb me.
Doesn't disturb
And then one of them is going to say yes.
I'm too sensitive. I don't like the rejection.
I'm with you.
But I have enough women now that are just offering it that I'm like, I don't have to ask anymore. It becomes a little too easy. That's what's weird about
You've
it.
achieved a level of success where women are throwing themselves at you, right? And that was the main reason for getting into comedy,
the only
really?
reason.
It's the only
I just wanted
reason.
girls to like me so bad. I was so bad. It was so important to me, and they never talked to me in high school. And
Not at all. You never had a girlfriend in high school, no girls. What age were you when you first got laid?
I got laid at 16.
Right.
I did okay. I'd always have a girlfriend. I wasn't a bad-looking guy, but I just wanted the hot girls that were on, the level that I could never get.
Right. You wanted to go up a couple of levels.
Yeah.
You didn't want to have to struggle so hard with these women.
Right. I just wanted them to like me, and so...
Here's a great story. You talk about adversity. All right. This is good. Mitch's first Comedy Central special was voted in the top 10 favorites in 2007 and 2008.
Uh-huh.
All right. Pretty big deal, right?
Sure.
All right. It means he's a decent comedian at least.
Hopefully.
All right. Mitch was voted the best comedian at the HBO Aspen Comedy Festival in 2006. Now, here's the great thing about that. The guy who used to head the comedy festival hated Mitch, would never even let Mitch perform there.
For 10 years.
Really?
That guy leaves. Mitch gets on the bill at the Aspen Comedy Festival and wins Best Comedian of the Year.
Wow.
That was a great feeling, and you inspired me a lot for that, because I remember all your days when you told me that they told you wouldn't make it, and I was like, and every year I would go and I'd audition, and this guy Lou, who ran the whole festival, would be like, his words, which I didn't understand, and my manager and everything were like, I don't get it. I don't get it. He
Lou
remembered that
Viola?
word. Yeah, Lou Viola.
He said, I don't get it.
I don't get it.
And it's almost like American Idol in the sense that he's the judge and jury. If he doesn't get it.
And his employees would call me up and be like, hey, we want you to audition. I'd be like, Lou Viola didn't like me. And he would be like, they would be like, why didn't he like you? And I'd be like, I don't know. And I would go on and kill. And then I'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to Aspen. And then he would go to my manager and be like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Do you ever think it could be jealousy? In other words, here you are, the guy who never got laid in high school. And then suddenly,
I don't know.
You take the stage and you're good. And Lou just can't stand it.
I don't get it.
You don't know.
and then I finally went when he left, and I won the best comic, and that was the redemption feeling.
So this is a case of he didn't get it, and you didn't get it.
I was like, why doesn't he get? What doesn't he get? I'm killing, and
What's
I'm
to
funny.
get? People are laughing, and you're making funny jokes.
And he'd be like, I don't get it.
I don't know, but that's great vindication. So now you're dating this hot little Asian girl.
Yeah.
How long has this been going on?
A year now.
By the way, she doesn't even look Asian. She's got the blonde hair.
Well, I made her get blonde for the cover.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Wow, she's some body on her. What is she tall or short? I can't tell.
I can't go with a tall girl. No,
Right.
She's like, she fits in my pocket.
How tall is she?
She's like 5 foot.
5 foot.
And
That's
I'm
perfect.
5'5", so I'm a giant.
That's perfect.
I can protect her.
She looks up to you.
She's got some body with the legs and the whole thing. Good Lord.
And she loves the sex.
Really?
We had a fight because she said that I don't have enough sex with her. I guess I'm at that point now where I'm like, she just wants to keep doing it, and I can't.
What does that mean? Keep doing it like every day,
as soon
twice
as
a
we're
day?
Done. Well, she has an amazing ability that a lot of other women don't have and think that she's lying, where she can just have orgasms one after the other after the other.
Fantastic.
So she's never ever really satisfied, and she's always ready for more. And it's really wonderful time in my life.
You describe. Let's be accurate here. When you say she wants more sex, like if you bang her in the morning, she'll say to you by afternoon, "Let's go again."
afternoon, 15 minutes later.
Oh, my God. And do you bang her 15 minutes later?
Yeah, and then I have to start, and then it starts getting to the point where I'm like, I don't think I can come again. Like, I just start thinking, like, I don't know if I can, and she starts going, well, you're not attracted to me anymore. And I'm like, there's no physical way I can't be attracted to you. You're 22 years old, and you're gorgeous, and you love me, and she just wants to keep doing it.
Oh, my God, that sounds like heaven.
It's wonderful.
It's
but it's
unreal.
also a little bit of like, sometimes I hope that she falls asleep so that I could actually do something else but have sex. She just wants to have sex all the time.
Haven't you
I've become like the girl.
Right.
I'm like hoping she falls asleep.
Yeah. Haven't you said to her, though, like, there was some discussion about a threesome with her. She was definitely indicating a threesome. And
But
then,
that would mean another guy in her case,
no, I
it?
think it's a girl,
She
right?
was saying
Better
that
be.
she would had when I first met her. First of all, she did two things when I first met her that she never did again. She swallowed on the first date.
She stopped doing
and
that?
she never swallowed ever again and said, well, it's disgusting. I was like, but you did it on the first date.
Right.
And she's like, well, I liked you.
Yeah, she was trying to impress you.
Well, what happened? She doesn't like you now?
I think that now that we live together, she doesn't care anymore.
Well, Beth did certain things in the beginning of our relationship that I haven't seen again.
My question to you then
Yeah.
is that a planned out thing that they go, okay, I'm going to do the stuff that I know that they like?
I analyzed this. This is a very good topic. I believe when Beth first met me, she thought I was this crazy guy. Like I'm up for the party.
Yeah, and you're a wild, freaky...
I mean, within a week of meeting me, you know, we're naked in my apartment with John Stamos and Rebecca.
Right.
You know, like she's like, whoa, this guy lives a very fast life.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, this was a freak thing that was going on.
Right.
I was as nervous as could be. I didn't know what to do.
As nervous.
Yes. Now, so I think in the beginning, women think, wow, with this
They're
wild
so
guy,
impressed.
I got to really...
I got to step it up.
Yeah. And then after a couple of weeks of being with me, she saw I was just a nebbish, and she said, well, what am I stepping up here? I got to relax here.
I think that's what happened because I flew her to D.C. to a gig.
Right.
So she felt like she was a big star because she got off the plane and whatever, and we went right back to the hotel, and she
blew you.
swallowed.
She's
and
right.
She swallowed. And then, but what I did learn is her sexual appetite was the same because then we started having a lot of sex, and she kept wanting more.
Right.
And then she said to me, I like girls. Have you ever had a threesome? And I'd had a threesome about 2 years ago that I still don't know if it counted or not.
What do you mean?
I actually want your opinion on this.
Good. This is the only thing I'm an expert in.
And I had two different people have different opinions on this. A really pretty girl came over to a show in Houston, and she said that she was a big fan, and it was her birthday, and she said to her friends in the limo on the way for her birthday, she's a stripper, Mitch Fatel doesn't know that in an hour he's going to have his penis in my mouth.
Wow.
So she came right over to me at the table when you sell the CDs, which the CDs is the best Match.com for comedians that's ever happened in the world. They just come over, and that's when you flirt with them and whatever. So this girl came over to me, and she's like, I love you so much when she's over, and I was like, well, why don't you show me how much you love me or whatever? And she's like, I'll show you. So we went into the green room, and she gave me a blowjob in the green room.
Wow.
So this is about 2 years ago.
Good-looking girl.
Attractive.
Yes.
Definitely, the kind that you walk into a strip club and you're like, oh, that I would pay money for that girl.
Right.
So then she's like, are you going to come out and party with us? So I knew she was wild, and I knew she was a stripper, and she had a bunch of stripper friends with her. So I said to her, hey, I've never had a threesome, and that's what I've always wanted. And she said, I can make that happen with no problem.
Look at this.
She said, I'll come back to your hotel room. You're going to give you a great memory. Open the door. Her friend is two levels above her in looks.
Wow.
Suddenly, I have no interest in her anymore.
Right.
I just want... she brings in a gorgeous girl, which is the worst thing she could have done.
Right.
She should have gone a level under her.
Absolutely.
She comes in... Now, her name is Nikki, the pretty one. The gorgeous one is Krista.
Right.
They come in. We both get in the shower. And I'm like, I'm finally going to have my first threesome. This is why I got in the show business. This is why I worked overnight.
This is everything you've been working for.
This is why I got Gary coffee. So I was like, this is wonderful. So I started having sex with Nikki, and then I went to put my penis inside Krista.
The good-looking one.
Krista was going down on Nikki.
Right.
Nikki was blowing me. I went to put my penis inside Krista, and Krista pulled her ass away like she didn't want me to go inside of her.
Oh.
So I go, oh, Krista doesn't want me inside of her. Like, Krista's just here for this girl.
Right.
So I start having sex with Nikki. I again get on top of Krista and kind of make it impossible for her to not let me go in. Like, I kind of just get on top of her.
Right.
I rape her.
Right.
My penis goes inside her vagina, and Krista lets out this great moan that has gotten me through a lot of lonely nights on the road now, that moan.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got in, it hit me that Nikki had said, Mitch is my guy. Don't have sex with him.
Ah.
She got jealous. Nikki all of a sudden turned over in the bed during the threesome and just started whimpering.
Oh, dear.
Over.
Oh, dear.
The uglier girl.
The uglier girl.
She started to cry.
Now, Krista and me, I don't care. I just want to keep fucking Krista.
Right. Krista got
I
upset.
have no
Krista is
interest in
upset
what's
for
going on with
Nikki.
Nikki. We've got Nikki out of the way as far as I can.
Right. Nikki's down.
But now these are friends, so Krista starts going, Nikki, what's the matter? Nikki, what's the matter? And I'm like, Nikki's fine.
Yeah, don't worry, Nikki will survive, yeah.
And she's like, that's my girl. I can't. So she starts calling up, like, Nikki, what's the
And
matter?
you're still fucking through all this.
I'm still kind of going in. Yeah, and I'm like, I got to come before this fucking turns into a nightmare. That's all I care about this point. So they're having a conversation, and I'm just an animal, just like a dog, just trying to get off.
Girl's crying, the other one's trying to console her, and you're fucking.
And finally, Nikki does one of these.
Which
like,
was a shrug.
Come on, I'm talking to my friend here. She's crying.
Yeah, stop going back and forth.
You know what the rules were? And Chris is like, I didn't know he was going to do it. He came behind me. He whatever.
Rape me.
And she's like, so I'm like, I have to finish.
Right.
I'm hard as a rock. And I'm just watching these girls console each other. And I'm like, do I jerk off on them while they're talking about this? I don't know what to do.
Is this hot?
Yeah. I love jerking off on crying women. The more damage, the better.
It's rare you can get two of them crying at the same time.
Wow. So did you ever finish?
Nikki goes into the bathroom to get ready. She's like, I'm getting out of here. This is terrible. She
Right.
walks into the bathroom, and I say to Krista, this is so sad. I came, she's like, well, we had this thing. She really liked you, and now you were with me, whatever. And I was like, can you blow me really fast?
Before she
So
comes
she
out.
starts giving me a blowjob really fast, and I'm just waiting to see if I can get off before Nikki gets back out of the bathroom.
Right.
Nikki starts to open the door of the bathroom. Krista just stops immediately.
Oh, my God.
And they leave.
Oh, my God.
So my thing is, like, I've always had a threesome that didn't complete. So it's like, well,
Oh.
did you run the race if you didn't cross the finish line?
And you want an answer on that,
And
huh?
Jim Florentine says it counts.
Sure it does.
I say it doesn't count.
I say it counts.
Well, it counts, but it
doesn't
wasn't
count.
great.
It doesn't count because how can you
It was a bad experience,
You
but
didn't
you
get
had it
the
all.
job.
You had it all going on.
You had two women.
But it didn't complete. The circle never completed.
So
It
what's
didn't-
with this girlfriend of yours? Is she
So
going to
I
make this
meet her,
happen?
and she
likes girls.
promises me
never
this is going to happen.
You
and
don't, because you think she's too into you and she doesn't want
I think
to.
once they get so attached to you, then they're like, well, no, I don't want to see you. And the whole thing is, every time me and her had sex before we moved in, it was a lot of like, while we were having sex, she'd whisper in my ear like, oh, and then when you're fucking the other girl, I'm gonna pull out your cock, and I like tons of great stuff like that.
Right.
And then one day I was like, remember that whole pulling my cock out thing? What's going on with that?
Yeah.
And she goes, well, I have to find a girl that I'm comfortable with.
And she'll never find one.
She's not interested in searching.
I'll tell you how you know you had a threesome, and this is how I judge it. Because let's change the scenario. You were in bed with two guys. One stuck it in your ass and one put it in your mouth.
I'd cry.
But you
I'd start
didn't
crying.
come. We'd still say you had a threesome with two guys. It would be forever you're gay. You had the threesome with two guys. So you've
Even if
had a
you say,
threesome.
That's a weird way to figure it out.
That's the only way to figure it out.
Well,
That's how you do it.
He would have been fucked in that scenario
That's
a couple
right.
of times.
What
but-
is it, Fred?
I don't think it's a threesome. I think it's an incomplete relay race.
Thank you.
Right.
It doesn't count.
It counts. Don't knock yourself. Don't feel so bad. Now, you've become this lover, and I'm fascinated about it. You've been engaged twice.
Yeah.
You were engaged to
I make a lot of promises while my penis is hard.
Yeah. Well, you meet these women. Someone told me you had the score of the century. You met some like 21-year-old chick, super hot, super rich, family has money.
She had money.
And you backed out? That sounds like a
What's
home
wrong
run.
with you?
What's the matter with you?
We got engaged.
Yeah.
And then I realized she was crazy. But crazy, like where you're like, there's some girls that are just kind of crazy.
Right.
Then there's girls that you're like, I think I could be shot, maybe. I think I could maybe be killed in my sleep.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
gave you that indication? I mean, she just...
She bought a gun. No, what the indication was that she hated show business,
Right.
and every single... she met me because she was a fan. And then I'll never forget, and I don't know if you ever got this by Beth, but she was a fan before, and then when I started dating her, she started having this contempt for what I would talk about on stage, because I talk about sex all the time, and she did a lot of this, what you talk about is disgusting, what you talk about on stage is disgusting.
All right,
and
yeah.
I would be like, but that's why you met me. And she's like, but it's before like you were mine, and now you're talking like that.
That's crazy.
And she wanted me to give up show business.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You did the right thing.
Well, that's what happens when the girl has all the money.
Yeah.
They sometimes want to tell you
I never
what
had
to
that
do.
with Beth. I mean, she was not a fan and didn't listen, and then
she wasn't a fan before.
No, it wasn't her thing.
My girlfriend now wasn't a fan. She came to a show and then came over for a picture.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, you're so perfect and tiny and Asian and don't speak English. It was just perfect. And so,
no, Beth knew me, knew of me. Her father was a fan and her brothers were fans, and she knew about Fart Man and all this other stuff, but she didn't really know the show.
Right.
So she just thought I was some disgusting guy who got naked women on the show, which I am.
Right.
But so that's sort of how that works. So she never really tries to tell me to change the show and doesn't listen, which is good.
Well, yeah, Jelly.
She was disgusted by me, quite frankly, at the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, I think this girl was disgusted by me after she had gotten to know me.
Right.
And so it was a lot of that, you're disgusting,
that wouldn't have worked. Hey, here's something interesting I didn't know. You dated comedian April Macy, who won our hottest, funniest chick. She was very hot. You banged Mitch Fattel, used to be our intern.
Yeah, he's petite. He's a tiny, tiny
nice
little
guy,
man.
right?
Kept
Funny
him in
guy.
my pocket.
No kidding. Mitch got laid, huh?
Yeah,
Finally.
Mitch gets laid a lot. Mitch dumped me when his Comedy Central special aired. He was like, I'm going to need to bang 18-year-olds now.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I see.
You're a little long in the tooth for me.
Yeah.
How'd you meet her, on the road?
We and April met at a gig.
Wow.
Yeah, and she was one of the first girls that didn't give it up the first day, but
Right.
but the second day she did.
And did you stay with her for a while? She seems like a fun girl.
How could two comedians be together?
Yeah,
really,
they
yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
what, did you break? What is a one-nighter, and that was it?
No, it was a one-nighter, and then I made the mistake of she was dating Gary Gulman, and they were breaking up. Gary Gulman was the guy on Torgasm.
Okay.
Tall guy, really tall guy. She was dating him and breaking up, and I did that whole. I thought I had the great score of the century because she was a hot,
beautiful,
really hot redhead, and I was like, hey, listen, while you're going through the breakup, you can stay in my condo with me while you're looking for a place to go live.
Right.
I thought that means I get her for 6 weeks just in the condo.
Right.
To fuck her for 6 weeks straight, and then she'll move out and get a place.
Right.
But I guess as soon as a girl gets a key to your apartment, they now live there.
Right.
So after 6 weeks, I had to be like, you moving out anytime? She's like, no, I'm not moving out.
Wow.
And she's like, and I said, oh, so we're living together now? And I had never really wanted to live with her or...
Right. It was moving too fast.
I just didn't want to date a comedian.
Right.
Because they're crazy.
Really?
Yeah. April's...
Crazy.
April can't be as funny as she is without being nuts. She had a horrible childhood. She's got huge daddy issues. She's an absolutely stunning girl who just is consumed with jealousy. She's just very jealous. I would be getting calls at 6 o'clock in the morning in my hotel. Hello? And it was April going, who the fuck is on your MySpace site saying that she can't wait to have sex with you? And I'd be like, I have no idea who you're talking about.
Can you give me your name?
And I didn't.
All right.
And she was obsessed with the thought that I was cheating.
Wow.
I was.
You were.
Of course I was.
Right.
But and so we started fighting, and then that was bad because she's had a bad childhood, and I believe that women grow up with an ability to fight a lot more than men, because little girls torture each other, whereas little boys just punch each other.
That's right.
So that's all I know how to do is just go like, you suck. But she would just emotionally, so she's.
It sounds like a nightmare. By the way, she did say something wonderful about you.
What did she say?
She said you had a big penis.
This is what I think. My theory is she came from Gary Gulman.
Yeah.
Apparently, Gary is not huge for his size.
Right. If you put his penis on a smaller guy, then you'd say,
I think we have probably the same size penis, but I'm only 5'5", so on me it looks enormous.
Because yours is not enormous, is what you're saying.
It's like an optical illusion. I think the girls see it, and then they're like, oh my God, he's Iron Man.
Right.
And then,
they're expecting nothing, and then there's something there, and they go like, whoa.
And then it's kind of like when you reach out after 5 minutes, they look like the dog when you fake throw the ball. Like it doesn't look right. So
when a girl is that possessive and that into you,
right.
Isn't she a freak in bed? Like, isn't a girl...
April was phenomenal in bed.
Really?
April...
And she's gorgeous.
April's big thing was jealousy. Other than jealousy, she was we walked into a store one day, and we walked by a sex store. She always wanted to go into sex stores, and she's like, look, anal beads. And next, I was like, hi, anal beads. And then she had them, like, in her cart. Whee!
Wow.
And I was like, we're going to do anal beads.
That's
like,
my kind of gal.
Yeah, and so she would, anything you wanted to try, as long as it didn't involve any other human beings. That was the thing. So she would never be into the threesome type, whatever. She was, once she likes you, she would be, what do you want to try? And we'll do it. And she would dress up. She was very, very happy about
Don't you love that, though?
She was accommodating.
Maybe that's what that's what it takes. The girl's got to be a little bit too overly possessive and a little freaky. Yeah. But, man, that'll keep you happy the rest of your life, don't you think?
Yeah, except that once you start getting calls at 6 o'clock in the morning...
That ruins it.
Yeah, and you're like, I'm not using the anal beads on anyone else, I promise. Like, that's what I would tell her.
So how'd you get her out of your apartment? Did you eventually just say, look, you've got to leave?
It was one of those things... Well, first of all, what I did is she kept having another gig that she was supposed to leave on the road for 8 weeks. Like, she got this thing, there was this thing called the Pussycat Dolls of Comedy. That it was this big thing that they were going to do, this Pussycat Dolls, where they were going to do comedians, and she was going to be one of them. And she was about to go on tour for like a year. So I was like, well, this is great. But the tour was one of those doofuses that just put it together in his own head and kept telling the girls, like, financing should be coming through soon. And it never came. And so
you probably wanted to finance the damn thing.
I was like, yeah.
I'll pay for it.
I actually said, I'll go out on the tour. I'll be the Pussycat Doll.
Let me see what else is going on with you. I like this story about you. And I think this is very profound. You say that Jerry Seinfeld once gave you advice, which, you know, if you're a comedian, you got to pay attention. Jerry's one of the most successful comedians in the world.
Such a great writer.
Right. So he said to you, and I'm fascinated by this, he said, I don't care. You were saying, hey, what do I got to do to make it in the business? And Jerry Seinfeld said to you what? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do remember. As a matter of fact, I came off stage, and he said, good stuff. I don't do a Jerry Seinfeld impression, but he said, good stuff. And he actually blew me and swallowed, which I thought was odd, because I didn't think he's famous.
So that was encouraging, right? It was encouraging, not that he blew you, but that he
swallowed.
Right, then swallowed, but the fact that he said good stuff.
And then moved in for 6 weeks.
Right.
So he said, so I said to him, you know, I really want to write more stuff, and I don't know how to write. And he said, the way I write, and he said, is I wake up in the morning, and I look at the pad, and I just write. And he said, and I understand that 90% of everything I write is going to be garbage, and 10%, if I can get 10% that's funny, I'm going to be famous. That's how, you know, and he said, so I said, well, if Jerry Seinfeld could say that he writes for... and 90% of what Jerry Seinfeld writes is garbage, then I don't have to feel bad about writing anymore.
In other words, he was saying, wake up, whatever it is, whatever your routine is, write every day. Just write something. Who even cares if it sucks?
Just write anything.
So if there's a guy out there who wants to be in stand-up comedy, just keep writing is the advice.
You have to get through you have to get through all this shit to get to the diamond. And once you know, you can't get the...
I see, like, Artie writes all day. He's got a book, and he stands around and he writes in this little book all day.
And it's amazing because the majority of it will suck, and then every now and then you just hit on a great joke, and you're like, oh, my God, where'd that come from?
Right.
And I think that that's the perseverance. John Lennon said that he used to sit at the piano for 2 hours and just stare at the keys, and nothing would come to him. But he would stare for 2 hours, and then he would finally get frustrated, get up, and walk away. And then all of a sudden, an idea for a song would come to him. And the idea was he had to first go through those 2 hours.
Yeah, you had to
get
do
there.
the 2 hours. Yeah.
So in other words, the point is that even though you don't think there's anything there, you've got to get in the habit of forcing yourself to think. It's got to become a job.
Yeah.
It's like going to work. I don't want to sit there for 2 hours, but I'll sit there because it's a job.
Right.
So what do you do?
Right.
I wake up and I do that, and I just steal Jerry Seinfeld's material.
Right. He goes through Jerry's garbage.
He goes through Jerry's 2 hours.
I take his 90%.
He takes the 90 shitty stuff, and he goes, and you know what? It's not a bad career.
And I'm doing okay, and I get...
No, Mitch got confused. This is the true story. He started staring at the piano every morning. And he's still waiting to write a song. So, look, you're doing well. We have much to celebrate here for our former intern. You can watch Mitch Fatel stand-up. Special airs on Comedy Central. Is that weird to have it on Comedy Central and then release it as a DVD as well?
No, because the DVD has 25 minutes of material that they won't show on there. Plus the bonus features, plus the hot pictures of my girlfriend inside and stuff like that.
There's pictures of your girlfriend inside?
There's a picture of her. If you pull out the... insert thing, there's just a hot picture of her, you know, kissing me.
Boy, that's an attractive girl.
I think why I love her so much, though, is because she makes me feel like she really loves me. Like, she's constantly trying to have sex with me, so it's not like the pickle girl never wanted to have sex.
Right.
So I was like, why, you know.
What is this, what does a girl like this do for a living?
Whatever I tell her to do.
Really? Does she have a job or anything, or does she work in a?
Yeah, she works at Lifetime Fitness.
She does.
Yeah, she does.
She's a fitness instructor.
No, she does. She works behind the scenes there, but she wants to just.
She must get hit
She
on.
wants her job to be Mitch Fatel's wife. That's what she wants.
You're thinking of, you're really going to go
If
through
I'm
the
going to
math?
marry anyone, it would be her. She's so good to me. She cooks for me. She's so pleasant to
And
be
she
around.
must get hit on by guys constantly. Right? How do
Constantly.
you deal with the jealousy? Do you get jealous?
You know, I don't. It's
Yeah.
weird. It's like because I realize that I have a pretty cool job, and I always do, like whenever I see any of the guys who hit on her, I'm always like, well, when does their Comedy Central special premiere?
Good point. That's the way to look at it.
Does she travel with you?
No.
No?
No. Why don't you take that idea out of her head right now?
Is that something she suggested?
Oh, she would. Yeah, she suggested a lot of stuff that involves me never not being with her.
Right. So you said, look, I need to be on the road. I need to be by myself.
I
Is
need to finally complete a threesome. That's what I need to do before I get
Right.
married.
Yeah, you know what, honey? Why don't you stay home, find another girl for us, and then when I come home from the road. But when you talk about these club dates, I mean, you're gone what, like weeks at a time?
Every week, and I come home and I spend 2 days with her, and then I go back out on the road.
Do you think that's what keeps things hot?
Yes.
Yeah. No
I do
doubt.
think that.
For tickets and additional tour dates, go to MitchFatel.com. You never say to yourself, I miss her, I want her to come on the road with me?
I always look forward to seeing her coming home. I do.
Interesting.
I
Right.
always do. And again, the reason why she's got me over any other girls, as soon as April moved in my apartment, and
Yep.
April's so hot, immediately sleeping sweatpants, old sweatshirt. This girl sleeps every night in a different piece of lingerie. Every single night.
You sounds like you got a winner there.
And you don't give that up.
No,
right?
you don't.
You can't give it up.
No, you don't, unless
Oh my
you're
God,
a fool.
I'm going to marry her.
Well, you should.
Oh, look at he's
I got
convinced
to, right?
himself
She's
right
so
here.
good.
What are the rules on the road? Oral only from the girls?
The rules on the road are that I love her.
All right. For tickets and additional
So
tour
much.
dates, go to MitchFatel.com. I guess you go see all things Mitch there. And good for you, man. I'm so happy for you. You're doing great.
So no more if the girls come up and say, look, I just want to give you a blowjob.
That ain't
There's no
happening.
more
Oh my
of
God, why would I have interest in that, Rob?
That's so gross.
That's gross.
When you're in love, Robin, nothing like that
I know
happens.
where that mouth has been.
Do you think you can be faithful? Do you have any shot at that?
I love her. She makes good food.
Right.
She wears lingerie every night.
Right. But you're only with her 2 nights a week.
Yeah, it's perfect.
All right. And don't forget, the stand-up special airs on Comedy Central. We're very proud of Mitch and what he's accomplished.
Can I just thank you for something?
Sure.
When I was an intern, I became an intern because, and a lot of people go, it's so shocking that you were Howard's intern and now you're a famous comedian. And I go, but of course it's not shocking because when you're a young kid, you have people who inspire you, who tell you that there's a way that you can live your life. And I'm emotional here. When I was a little kid, I would listen to you, and what I got from you was that you could be cool without being cool, just by being yourself.
Yes.
And that's who I became. I was like, I'm just going to be myself, because you proved to me that you could just be yourself and still be loved and have hot girls like want you and stuff.
You don't need to invent a persona, is what you're saying. You can be yourself.
And I learned, and that's the best thing I says, like, is being cool doesn't necessarily being cool, and you inspired me to just be myself, and that's why I'm successful today.
Well, I'm honored to be a part of that success. And Mitch Fatel is a great guy, and I really want you to go see his comedy shows and see his comedy special on Comedy Central. And I couldn't be more proud of you, and I'm happy
now,
for
Mitch,
you, too.
I saw you on TV hopping around like you were a little person.
On the International Sexy Lady Show.
Is that what that was?
That was a paycheck.
What was that?
Nothing important to talk about. All right, nice seeing you, Howard. Gotta go.
What is it, Bong Hit, Eric?
Hey now, Mitch, you really are a pisser, man. You've been cracking me up. Very good stuff.
You.
I wanted to just tell you guys, Howard and Mitch, I haven't had a job in a long time, but just listening to this guy makes me want to try to get a job being a stand-up comedian with all the pussy this guy gets.
I'm telling you, it's
like,
impressive.
It's unbelievable.
I'm going to give you April Macy's number. Let her move in.
I want to tell you something, though, about stand-up comedy, and I think Artie will back me up on this. It is one of the hardest professions in the world. To come, George Carlin, who was brilliant at it, used to say, well, he's doing his bong hit.
Right. This is where
This is where I realize I shouldn't even
the
waste my time.
motivation stops.
No,
George Carlin was one of these prolific guys who wrote every day.
Yeah.
And he came up, I think, he said it's almost impossible for anybody who's a stand-up comic to come up with even 7 complete shows in a lifetime. Shows that you'd be proud of that are on and this and that. And the age of Comedy Central, where they take these things and they put them on TV, you got to sit and write and come up with a whole new 45 minutes to an hour of funny stuff. It is unbelievably impossible. And the amount of practice you have to to be confident on stage enough to be yourself, as Mitch describes, you've got to go through hours and hours of just getting up on stage for free and constantly trying.
So, Mitch, how long before the pussy started flowing
All right, there you go. So how many hours do you have to put in before you get some pussy?
It took a good 10 years.
Good 10 years?
Really?
Yeah, and I believe it.
When other comics were going out to bars trying to pick up girls, I said, if I work on my act, the girls will just come to me eventually. So I put it off. I was like, I knew that eventually they would be coming up and offering me threesomes that never finished.
Right. Eventually, it'll happen. All right. Thank you, Bong Hit Eric.
Great story. Thanks, Howard.
All right.
Thanks, Bong Hit.
Bong Hit Eric.
Eric.
That's right. All right, Mitch. Great seeing you again.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And all
for
the best
having
of
me.
luck and all of that stuff. And good luck with this Asian girl. I think this is a winner.
I should marry her, right?
Marry her, yeah. Well, listen.
You
How
got
long?
married again.
You've known her over a year. You know what you're
Yeah,
getting, right?
and she's really wants to, and her mom and dad don't like me very much because they think that I'm going to just leave her.
Well,
her mom swallowed on the first date, though. It's weird. Wow.
Nice.
It's in the family.
Nice woman. All right, listen, you're doing well. Don't worry about it. You don't need my opinion whether to get married or not. You'll know when it's right.
I'll know when it's right.
You'll know when it's right. All right, we'll be back right after these words. Mitch Fattel, everyone.
Mitch, how'd it go, dude?
Good. Howard likes me a lot. That makes me happy.
How does it feel to come back on the show that you were once an intern on? And, you're actually on the couch being interviewed by Howard.
I guess what makes me feel good the most is the fact that he's so complimentary and says he's proud
proud
of me.
of you,
Oh,
man.
my God. I mean, that's the most amazing feeling in the world. He was my hero growing up. He was my hero. He was my biggest inspiration, and to hear him say he's proud of me is like, it just makes me realize in life that you should really never ever give up on following your dreams, because I never knew 20 years ago when I worked for him that one day he'd tell me that he was proud of me, so it means a lot to me.
And now is everything all clear with you and Gary?
Yeah, me and Gary are friends now. Gary actually is going to swallow later, he told me.
Because you said you're a little upset that, he said that thing to you years ago.
Still sticks with me. It drives me.
But now he says that he never really knew that was your dream.
That's what my parents say. It doesn't mean it didn't hurt. But now he was always, the thing is like, for everything, he was always very friendly and funny with me. And looking back, it was more just like an older brother, just kind of like needling a younger brother. And I just took it too seriously.
So you had a good
I was driving in my car listening to the wrap-up show, and there was a lot of things said that I want to dispute. I want to address.
Well, you know what's irritating me? This boys' night out.
Yeah, me too. I'm not doing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why, what, they got into that
You
yesterday?
think it's irritating you?
Why, what happened?
What happened? What happened for you, and I'll tell you what happened for me.
Well, it just seems weird that everybody's like, well, I want to go, and I want to go, and I'm like, what are we talking about here?
I don't know.
Dinner.
It's you know what happened? Gary said to me, like, two things sort of happened at the same time. Gary said, hey, Beth's away. You want to go to dinner? It was very nice.
Yeah.
Very sincere. Said it to me off the air. I said, yeah, you know what? I said, that'll be fun. Maybe. I said, I gave him a day, maybe. But I said, I'm not even sure. I don't know. Simultaneously, Artie called me at home and left me a message, really sweet message saying, hey, I know you got some free time now with Beth away. Let's either go out to dinner or get a couple of guys to go to dinner. Dinner's on me, that kind of thing. Said dinner's on me 5 times. I don't know. It was very, it's on me, it's on me, it's on me. So,
Well, I know you are obsessed with making sure that you always pay, and I wanted to make sure,
whatever. So I thought about it. I said, hey, I haven't seen Artie in a long time socially. It'll be kind of fun. And Gary, I always enjoy getting. I said, well, I'll mention to both these guys that we all had the same idea. Let's pick a night and go to dinner real early.
I was thinking, honestly, me, you, Fred, and Gary. Like, I thought it'd be a nice little...
Yeah, nice little dinner.
Yeah.
No Benji?
Well, yeah, that's the problem. Well, here's what's happening. If you listen to the wrap-up show, then it's like, well, Benji's like, wait,
No, I wasn't.
I'm insulted. Wait, no, I know you never say that, but it's, all of a sudden we go, well. So Gary gets on the wrap-up show with that John Hine.
Another troublemaker.
Yeah, and they're trying to figure out, who should, and I didn't realize, Jason feels he should be at the dinner.
Jason feels slighted. He's been waiting for an invite for 8 years or something.
Well, he's in girls' night out.
Yeah, and there's a weird thing that goes on, too. Like, Jason goes, Jason and Will are one person, like Sal and Richard are one person.
They make
They
up one
come in a
person.
package.
They come in a package. Jason and Will come in a package
You know
for
what they
some
should
reason.
do?
I
They
don't
should
know
be like
why.
the man with two heads. Chop off one of their heads and put it on the other guy's body. Then you
So
solve the
Gary was
problem.
analyzing the levels, and Jason and Will are definitely in the same level because it's like they're one person. You go, and then Jason even said, well, if he's going to only invite one of us, invite me. Forget Will.
right.
But meanwhile, you don't invite Jason if you don't invite Will.
Right.
And then it's the same with Sal and Richard. Sal and Richard are one person. They've made themselves into one person. You don't think of them as anything else because, like I was even saying to Beth, oh, maybe we should have some people out to the house. We'll have, people from the show. Maybe and then I go, oh, but there's a problem. I go, I don't want Sal in the house because he's so fucking weird. I love Sal, but he's weird. And then Beth said to me, well, what's the problem? I go, well, then I can't have Richard.
Right.
Because, well,
Richard
what do you mean?
loses out.
I go, because Sal and Richard are the same.
Right.
Can I tell you how weird it could get? But see, Jason and Will does not want to be one person.
Right.
Jason doesn't mind as much.
Right.
Sal and Richard, both of them want to be one person. They really do.
Right.
So John Hine had some people come
in
out.
fact, Will and Jason don't even like each other.
Well,
Will doesn't- Will doesn't-
Jason likes Will more than Will likes Jason.
Right, yeah, Will doesn't like Jason.
Yeah,
He likes him,
it was
but
a big shock when I found out Will doesn't like Jason.
I didn't know either.
Will likes
Shocking
Jason,
Jason.
but they became roommates sort of by convenience, not because they have a lot in common.
Right.
And then everybody thinks they're these great friends.
Yeah,
and
that's
Will's
what
like,
I thought.
Will's like, we're not great friends. I like them, but we're not like great friends. But let me tell you something. So John Hine had some people out to his house a couple of weekends ago. It was like me and a couple other people. So he drives Sal home every day, and he says, "Hey Sal, would you want to come by?" And Sal says to him, "Did you invite Richard?" And he goes, "No." And he goes, "Do you think you could invite Richard?" And John's like, that was just uncomfortable, not because he doesn't like Richard, but now Sal's dictating who, the
guest list.
Sal said, even on the wrap-up show, I can't go somewhere without Richard without telling him because I would feel too guilty.
Yeah, I mean, these two assholes have become like husband and wife.
They pee together.
Yeah, I mean, it's
every
ridiculous.
time they walk to the coffee room together, you never see them apart.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of weird. So that's how this whole... And I was listening to this, and I said, forget going to dinner. Because...
It became a big thing.
Hey, you know what's so crazy, too? I'll give you the A, B, and C. First of all, going to dinner with me is so not fun. I mean, Gary and Artie can tell you this. I mean, I go
I've
and...
always enjoyed it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not what you think it's going to be.
But it's just, I actually...
It's not even great.
I enjoy going to dinner with you
Yeah.
because we get to talk about non-show stuff, which we don't do here.
And we have a good time. But,
but it is enjoyable.
But it's nothing...
It's not the panacea that everybody thinks it is.
Yeah.
Now I got to look up Panacea.
And then like I get an email from Wayne Siegel because he obviously listens every day. He knows everything that
So
goes
now
on the
he
show.
wants to be at the dinner?
No, but he goes, hey, and he acts like he doesn't listen to the radio. He goes, hey, I know Beth's away. If there's going to be any kind of dinner or you want to get it together for a boys' night and
I'm
have
around.
dinner, he goes, I'm around. And I'm like, well, how deep does this is turning into a bar mitzvah?
Right. I was like imagining the table now.
Yeah.
Now you need a separate room in the restaurant.
And that's what
because it's
happens.
A party.
And really, there's nothing great about going to dinner with me. I'm such a fucking miserable bore.
Listen, Howard, something casual. I hired Fleetwood Mac.
Right, yeah. Let's bring in the dancing girls.
Now, what's the B and the C? If the A is you're not fun, because I do think you.
The B is wow. If I go to dinner with two guys, everyone gets so hurt and insulted.
If Artie's
did you hear the rap? Scott the engineer. I've never been invited to dinner with Howard. I've invited this guy to 50 different parties,
But not with just
but not
you.
just me at dinner.
Well, the other
never happened.
And how does it get to where it's your pressure? You didn't do
Now
any
you
inviting.
have to do
No,
it.
I know.
It should be made of me or
Well, that's
Gary.
what I was going to say. Now all these people are saying they want in. Artie's saying he's paying for the dinner. How are these people inviting themselves?
see, I'm honored that people want to go to dinner with me. I really am. But I have to tell you, no one ever was looking to go to dinner with me. You know what I mean? I mean,
You weren't big man on campus.
no, nobody.
You're like
people
the
shun
homecoming
me.
queen now.
That's the problem. I'm not comfortable being the homecoming queen.
I see that.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's the one thing. Everybody doesn't hear you when you say that.
I'm not the
Everybody's
homecoming
thinking
queen.
selfishly.
Well, I remember,
Scott doesn't go to dinner with anyone. Why do you want to go to dinner with me? What is this?
I didn't say that. They brought it up, and they said, is Scott invited? And I just said no. I mean, I said the truth. I didn't say I wanted to go to dinner. I never brought it up.
And it was never like that.
No,
Gary,
Gary
and Artie.
You did say that you've never been. You brought up that you've never been invited.
Well, you guys were talking about it, and I just said, yeah, I've never been invited, but I didn't lobby to get invited to this party.
And believe me,
He's given up, like Gary said.
I given up.
You're gonna have a nice night with your wife at home. What do you need me for?
Lobbying. First of all, it's not a party. I didn't throw a party.
Well, dinner, whatever. But I didn't bring it up. I didn't complain about it. If it happens, it happens. If not, fuck it. I mean, who gives a shit at this point?
How bad it is. When I had that party and Howard decided to get on the boat, so many people tried to dive on the boat. The boat almost
you know what? It looked like
upset.
Cubans escaping.
Really?
I went to Robin's house. Robin had
Cubans?
this beautiful party, and I'm sitting there. I go, everyone's going on this boat. I gotta
She's got a beautiful boat, too.
I'm going to go on the boat. So I slip on the boat, get right in there. I'm with Robin. Next thing I know, I start to feel water in the boat because the boat was tipping down into the ocean.
People were diving off
the water.
the deck
People,
as it was leaving.
I mean, and it's embarrassing.
You're a
number
rock
one.
star.
And number two, and then when I'm on there, I feel pressure. Like, well, I should be doing something with everybody.
Right.
I just
Then
want
you
to
got to
sit.
make it a big event.
Entertain the boat.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But this has turned into just. Artie and I were both had the same thought. Like, okay, how is that doing? Let's go out to dinner. Now it's like the Last Supper.
I know. So I shouldn't have said anything on the air. That was my mistake. I just thought it was. I don't know. It
said
applied
it after the fact.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened.
Can we bring up one other thing? Because I didn't make it.
I should play those clips.
But it didn't make it to the wrap-up show clips. Like Will and Jason were talking about how they did go to dinner with you once early on. Right when they first started working here, I told you, hey, these two guys do great work. I want you to meet them. Right. And now they're both lamenting the fact that they were really young. They had just started working here. They were completely starstruck by you, and it almost didn't feel like a dinner, and they'd like to get another shot, but they don't know if it's ever going to happen.
Well, first of all,
that's what started Jason's lobbying. He's lobbying before time runs out.
I don't even remember that dinner.
Cinderella.
We went to Josephina's.
Oh, did we?
It was the four of us and Casey.
Wow. Well, there's a party.
Oh, my God.
What the hell was going on
Casey
there?
was building a computer.
Yeah, right. I didn't realize Casey was going home praying to Satan.
Oh.
Drawing in blood in the Bible.
Right. Let's see.
I got a new King James version I'm going to bleed on.
All right, here you go. Let me see if I should... I don't know. We've kind of actually explained everything that went on.
I didn't hear this, though. I'm dying to hear what the...
You want to hear
the
levels.
You always want to hear the passion.
Right.
All right, here you go.
I got an instant message from Jason that was like sort of ha ha ha. You know what I mean?
Boy.
But he's like, Will and Jason, I would really like to go. And I said, but if he says no to Will, then just have me come. It was a joke. It was a joke.
You sure
it was like, if you can't get both of us, then get me in.
So it was one of those jokes, but also asking to be included in the dinner.
I got the impression that they would like to come. But for Jason, I got the impression he'd like to come no matter what. And I think I know Will well enough where Will would like to come if he were invited, but is not looking to come if he's not invited. That's just Will's personality. Will's like, I'd love to come, but like, I'm not gonna fucking beg you to go.
So wait, are you saying Jason's looking to come even if he isn't invited?
Yes.
Did anybody else lobby besides Jason?
Not so far. He was the first.
And only.
But he won't be the last. I can guarantee you he will not be the last.
So Jason, you blatantly lobbied with an IM?
Yeah.
Posing as a joke?
No, I wasn't a joke.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, I was being dead serious.
Level 1 is Howard, Robin, Fred, and Artie. I'm mostly in level 1, but sometimes I can be in level 2. Probably more level 1 now than I used to be, but there was a lot of times where it was those four guys in the studio, and then
I just realized all the wrap-up clips you pick, it's just you talking, Gary.
I don't pick them.
Oh, you don't?
No, John picks them.
So you mostly talk, I guess.
No, that's not true. I mean, just today it is, but it's not always at all. So rides level 1 and level 2. Benji's definitely in level 1 a lot, but certainly no lower than level 2. Level 2 is, I think, the guys in the office, which is John, Jason, Will.
Sal and Richard?
Well, see, but the thing at Sal and Richard is they're weird because not only are they connected, I think that Sal sometimes pulled down Richard's rating. You know what I mean?
No. Well, he's right about
He's
that.
absolutely right.
He's right.
That's a great analogy.
Because I would invite Richard to things.
There's a level 3, and Sal keeps Richard there.
Yep. Sal's in no man's land.
Howard, you can invite Richard. I have no problem with it, for real.
I know you don't.
I know you want me to be angry
Richard
about
hasn't.
it,
But Richard hasn't. Hey, by the way, I want to defend Sal for once.
Thank you.
Sal.
There you go.
You got to hear this clip. This is Sal on the wrap-up show, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I ran into Sal in the hall yesterday, and honest to God, he was turning the corner. And I saw him, and I said, oh, there's Sal. I never get to talk to Sal. Let me talk to Sal. So I asked him a couple of questions, and we started talking. This is before the show started yesterday. And we had a conversation. I don't know, 2-minute conversation. And then he was telling me he had seen the Leno show, and he had some thoughts about it, which were kind of interesting to me. So I go in the studio. It dropped a bombshell around here. People started accusing Sal of trying to kiss my ass, that Sal had waited and stalked me so that he could have time with me. This is what I mean right here.
This is crazy. Everything
Sal,
that happens here is observed if it happens around you.
Yes. This is what
then analyzed.
Yes. And Sal did nothing wrong. I'm telling you, I stopped Sal in the hall to talk to him. Sal had nothing to do with it.
So you were kissing ass.
Yeah, I actually was. I was kind of, I wanted to connect with Sal. And I tell you, listen to this part of the wrap-up show.
What was so funny?
After yesterday, Howard had to complain about the Jay Leno show. Well, guess who else had to complain about the Jay Leno show? To Howard. And so before the show today, Sal had to stop Howard.
And that JD watches everything from that glass room of his.
Yeah.
He's right next to me.
He's consumed with this, too.
Well, JD sits right outside my office, and he has a glass wall, so he watches everything.
And had to just go into this long diatribe about everything that was wrong about the Leno show, and even like how bad his monologue is.
You know, JD's right. First of all, Sal's usually not in the hallway, so Sal A had to be here on time today, and then B, he had to be in the hallway. Sal doesn't usually wait in the hallway.
So you think Sal? Wait. So you think Sal planned this strike? You think he knew when Howard was walking down the hall, stepped out, and made sure that he stopped Howard in his tracks?
Yes, I think that Sal watched it last night because Howard talked about it. I do agree with that. I think that he formulated on his last night, on his way in this morning, I think he formulated an opinion, sort of a discussion to have with Howard, and made sure he was there to have it with him.
Brian, did he bounce that off you at all on your drive in?
Yeah, he definitely did something like that.
He
ran it by me. He also said, it was like funny because I was like, why do you even bother watching them? All you're doing is giving them more publicity when you talk about it. And he goes, I don't know why I watch it. I guess I watch it because Howard told me to, and talked about watching it. So I want to, get his opinion about it.
Well, Sal was totally, trying to defend himself. And I'm here to tell you that I'm the one who called Sal into the conversation. And Sal ran into me. He was completely on the other side of the building.
You went looking for him?
No, I didn't look for. No, he just happened to turn the corner. It was a total random meeting in the hall.
All right.
There was no setup. If he wanted to see me, he would stand outside his door.
And the fact is,
watched on to.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact is, I don't know why he's catching shit about him doing maybe some show research. It's a big subject on the show.
Fine,
Sal's a writer on the show.
Right.
Yeah, why wouldn't you try to check it out and have an opinion about it?
I watched Entourage on HBO On Demand. Then I turned on Leno, and after 7 minutes, I rolled over. Then in the morning, I'm with Brian. Of course, it's a normal topic of conversation. Jay Leno comes up every day, so I discuss what I saw with Brian. We talk about a million subjects, but Brian, to say that I fabricated this or to test it out, no, he said I came across as testing it out. That's bullshit.
Dude.
Come on.
Come on.
It's really not.
Okay, so now I express my interest on a show that everybody has an opinion about.
So, okay,
everybody. Just so, which all of a sudden now, me expressing an opinion turns into some sort of conspiracy I'm going to get Howard in a corner in the hallway and kiss his ass. It's ridiculous.
How many days a week? Stop talking for a second. How many days a week do you stand outside your door
Never.
and wait for Howard to
Never.
come?
He never does.
Why did you do it today?
I didn't. I was walking down the hall and he was walking towards me.
How convenient.
So Gary was really busting his balls.
Everybody believed it. It was a theory that everybody jumped on.
Sal never, ever bothered. Sal is across the hall from me, and he sits in that room. He never bothers me in the morning. And I am telling you, he was walking in the hall. He was coming around the corner, and I stopped and spoke to him.
Well, he certainly could have used your help yesterday.
I know. Well, I heard this on the replay. Ralph, you're on the air.
Yeah, I was listening to that. These guys sounded so fucking ridiculous. They sounded like a bunch of fucking jealous girls because Sal talked to you in the hall. They all were freaking out.
Yeah,
like they got some FaceTime. Sal got some FaceTime with you, and they were all fucking jealous.
And I was interested in what Sal had to say. Actually, in that JD, one thing that drives me crazy with him, he sees me walk by every day, and I always bang on his glass and say hi to him, and he acts like he don't even say hello back to me. And meanwhile, he's watching everything I'm doing.
Yeah, you're like TV to him.
Yeah, he watches it. He was busy watching Sal and myself in this hallway.
That should be me in the hallway.
You know what they say, JD?
Yeah, who knew you were sitting there beating off going, I should be with Howard.
I don't know. That wasn't it at all. It was how passionate Sal was sounding.
He was having a conversation.
Okay, I get that now. All right,
God.
calm down, guys. I apologize to Sal, and I don't know how to react whenever you just knock on my window.
I waved to you. You waved back, you mutant.
Well, you know, I don't want to bother you.
Bother me. I'm bothering you.
Yeah, you can't, waving back would not be bothering him.
Oh, you know, sometimes I'm actually doing
JD
something
is so
too.
used to people shunning him. He's like Frankenstein. That's why he accidentally kills a girl down by the river.
Of all the people to be in a glass office to be observed.
Oh yeah. I love those tours.
You know, I understand JD is kind of awkward and stuff, but you would figure after like 8 years of talking, he would learn how to talk and stuff. He still can't
Did you
talk.
hear the tape of him yesterday on the
that
wrap-up
was
show?
great. I loved it.
JD could not get out a sentence on the wrap-up show yesterday. Wait, I don't know. Listen to this. Listen, here's JD on the wrap-up show yesterday. You got to hear this.
He's retarded.
I don't know if he
Fuck you.
necessarily actually wants me there.
He asked you point blank.
But that's on the air. You know, we'll see what happens off the air. Something happens.
He doesn't talk to anybody off the air.
Well, whatever. Well, okay. We'll see. I mean, it's still they don't even know when they're doing it.
What's
so.
going to happen off the air?
I'm not saying. I'm just. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's.
He asked you on the air. If you're not there, he's going to go, "Where's JD?" And I'm going to go, "I don't know. He didn't take it seriously."
No, well, first of all, I have to be told. Listen, no plans have been made. So until that is done, if I get the plans known to me or something, then I'll go. I guess.
What are you talking about?
I said to JD this morning, what happens to you on there? He goes, I get pressured because you're not allowed to have dead air, and it screws him up talking.
I love when JD goes, listen.
Right. Yeah.
Because you're going to have to listen hard.
JD's a pro, no dead air.
So you hate when those tours come through because people introduce themselves to you, right? Like that's the thing. You hate that.
Well, it's just odd. It's just like, you know, it's odd. You know, I don't know them, and you know,
It's like, I mean, it's odd. It's like,
why don't you get curtains?
I don't know
I don't know them.
that I know
But
that.
I'm a guy you know, and I tap on that glass and you get weird.
no, I know. But sometimes like I'm actually like putting, you know, trying to finish editing
working.
something or whatever.
All right.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Not now.
But the speech thing, I figured, Ralph makes a good point. You think after like 8 years being around us and you're pretty well accepted, I can understand maybe most of your life you were shunned. But gee whiz, that's a guy. I mean, you got damaged all over you when you talk like
There's
that.
no chance if you played JD on the air 8 years ago and today. It's just
I know. Here's JD talking about fancy restaurants because I guess he was commenting on fancy restaurants because we were talking about going out to dinner.
Right.
The problem I have with whenever I've eaten at nice restaurants is the portions. The portions seem very. I mean, they seem small, but you know, after you eat it, you seem okay. But man, you look at like a little like strumpet or something, and it's like, and the fancy plates. But, whatever. That's just me.
So you're a quantity guy, not a quality guy? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just, no. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I seem like I should be, or not should be, but like when you're looking at the fancy food and it's, you know, less quantity, then I become quantity. But after I eat it, I become quantity. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore.
He never finished a sentence.
No, he really is that kid from that movie.
Yeah, you know, sometimes like at the end of my stand-up set, I'll bring JD on stage, and I introduce him, and the crowd loves him. You know,
love him,
like,
yeah.
and then he goes to say something, and he goes, "What? I don't know."
I can never. He introduces me sometimes, and every time, like, I just don't know what to say, and I haven't even came up with anything to say. And
Yeah, but you know I do it now. It's been 2 years. Maybe you think of a little line.
Well, you know, I don't know.
When the tour,
fancy plates.
When the tour comes, what do you mean the plates intimidate you? What is that fancy plate?
No, I mean they're just like you know, like squares or something. I don't know.
Square plates intimidate you?
That throws you?
No, but you know, it's
There's
the
a
way.
parallelogram on the plate.
I don't know.
I start thinking about
What do you mean?
science.
I want to understand. What are you saying about plates in a restaurant?
Just they're different. They're like a design. They're an actual like people put thought into what the plate looks like.
Yeah,
And what's wrong
That
with
looks
that?
like a pharaoh.
And you don't like it?
I didn't say I don't like it. It's just, you know, different.
You just said, like, the portions are small.
I don't even know what I said yesterday.
Yeah, well,
The silverware.
What did you mean with the portions were small, but then it's filling? Like,
well, like
it looks small.
Well, yeah, when you first look at, say something that's a smaller portion, it looks small, and it's like, how is this going to fill me? But then, after you eat it, you seem okay.
I have portion anxiety.
Do you think there are trick plates? Like the plates are so big that they make the portions look small?
No, that could be true.
It's like the mirror on your car.
That could be it. I haven't thought about that.
I don't know. The wrap-up show yesterday was really good. There was a lot going on, and then, but Sal made the best point I've ever heard him make, actually, about you, Robin.
What did I do?
Well,
crazy.
He was talking about, when you and I were sort of going at each other, and I was talking about how you want to be married, and you made this statement, and Sal actually really hit into something.
What did I say?
Sal, what'd you think of that whole exchange?
Typical Robin.
What do you mean?
way? She's an alien. I don't mean that in a the way you might be thinking. She's just not from this planet. I don't get her. I mean, she every day some wacky shit just comes out of her. The fact that you, as a human being, cannot. I mean, she can't find love. She can't attach herself to somebody. She always pushes men away. She wants to be with somebody, but not somebody she'll miss. What the fuck?
I mean, that was key. You said, yeah, I want to be in love with somebody, but not with somebody I'm going to miss.
I never said that. See,
You did.
people are
Get the
I
tape.
said, I'm not looking to be with somebody so I'll miss them if they leave. That's what I said.
No.
I said
And
I
that's
wanted to be with somebody
that's
because I
kooky, too.
care about
Robin,
them.
you know what love
but
is?
I would always want somebody to pursue their dreams
What is
without
love?
fear
That's not the
of
same thing.
making me upset.
That's not what I'm talking about. What is love to you? And don't start yelling. Tell me in a calm
Because
voice.
you won't listen to me. You're
What-
talking and not letting me tell you
Okay.
what I said.
What is love? What is love?
I want to know what love is.
What is it? What is your definition of love? I want to know.
I don't have a definition of love.
Yes, you do.
I do
Everyone
not.
does. How do you know when
Here
you're in
we
love
go.
with someone?
Everyone does. I have to.
Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
Okay. What was that experience
It's a
like?
deep caring for someone.
Okay. So you care for somebody.
Yeah.
This someone
Okay.
wasn't you.
Now, you said you're open to the idea of marriage.
Sure.
Okay. So far, so good, right?
Okay, we're on
All
the
right.
same page.
Same on the
So
same
far,
page.
you've said what I've said.
All right. I would assume if you marry someone, you would be in love with them. Am I correct?
I would hope so, yes.
Okay. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think it would be unusual that if your husband, who you're madly in love with, went away for a month, that you would miss them?
No.
You think that you
Why
would
would
not
I
miss
them? I can still talk to them. It's not like they got on
Wow. You're
the
sick. You're
Mayflower.
Psycho.
And you can't ever talk to them ever
You're
again.
lying.
Oh, my
Would you miss the person?
And
who you-
then I would also go see them.
Let's say you couldn't.
I would look forward to enjoying them in
I didn't ask
another
you
way.
that. Would you miss them when they were, let's say they were gone for, like, I'm going to go visit Beth, but I'm not going to see her for 2 weeks. Do you think it's unusual that I make this statement, I would miss her for 2 weeks?
Yes, the
You think
way
that's
you
it?
say it, because it's like I'm inconvenienced. I
said I missed her.
This is what it sounds like to me.
Have you ever missed anyone?
You're
psychotic. You're uncontrollable now.
Oh, okay.
You've gone completely off the deep end. You know what it is, and I'm going to tell you with you.
I've not gone off the deep end.
Off
This is
the
where
air,
I've always
this is this
been.
character you've developed on the air.
No, wait.
Because off the air,
You're an asshole.
No.
Because you don't
You
know
developed
who
a character.
I am.
I don't.
And you will
This is not the-
continually misinterpret
This is
me
not the
and
person
then
I
tell
talk to
me,
off the air.
And then tell
You're being
me
a hard ass. Be yourself.
I am
Be
not
yourself.
me.
Be yourself.
Oh, stop.
You're developing a character here because
I'm not a
you want
character.
what? You can't be a
I'm
woman.
being me.
You can't be a sensitive woman on the air.
I am as sensitive as they come.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm just not
You
crazy.
won't. You mean?
want
is it
me to be
embarrassing?
crazy.
Is it embarrassing to you to admit
want
that you would
me
miss a
to
man?
be crazy. That's
it
what you want. You want me to be miserable
You are crazy.
and crazy.
No, you're crazy.
I happen
You're
not
insane.
to be a miserable
You're not crazy.
person.
You're nuts.
I don't look for reasons to be upset.
You mean it would What about admitting that you might miss another human being is embarrassing to you? What does that? What does that say to
How
you?
can you miss somebody these days? There's so many ways to communicate.
Well, it's
Wow.
good that she can even make that statement because she doesn't even know who this guy is, and she can't say maybe I'd miss somebody.
Because I guess she's never really missed anyone.
No, I haven't.
Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
With who? Mr. X?
Mr. X, yeah.
You didn't look like you were missing him. I'll give you that.
I miss him.
I was like, see ya.
I don't think you've been in
Take
love.
care. Brush your hair.
I loved him very much.
You were in love with him.
Yes.
And was there a time where you wouldn't see him for a month?
Probably not a month.
2 weeks?
No, never that long.
All right. Well, then I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to get this out of you, but I think there's nothing wrong with admitting
But
you might miss someone.
haven't had her
You're-
gone for a month. You were having these issues. She hadn't even left yet.
Yeah, because I miss her.
But she was there.
I was sad that she was leaving. Yes, that's true. That's love.
Oh, please. That's ridiculousness.
That's ridiculous.
No,
What do you
yes,
think
it's
love
ridiculous.
is? I'm in touch with my feelings. You're
Oh,
not.
You're not in
You're
touch
fucking
with
off the
any-
wall.
You're
off the wall.
You're crazy.
Well,
you're
Howard,
having
here's the other-
feelings of missing a person while they're still there.
No, I knew that I would miss her.
But
we
how
were
did you know
sad.
that? She hadn't done it yet.
Holy mackerel.
But Howard, you're the other way. Beth goes away for a night and you miss her.
No.
And this is what I'm saying. He's already experiencing something that hasn't happened.
No. Listen, I'm a
Now,
functioning...
you can tell me that is not
I am-
crazy, and a lot of people will go along with you, but they're all crazy.
Why
too.
are you worried about your cat dying, but your cat's not dead yet? Why are you worrying about it?
I wasn't worried about my
Why are you
cat
worried about it?
dying.
Yes, you are.
I was worried about
Why are
him
you worrying
suffering.
about it? Oh, come on.
And wondering
He's
what
not-
to
how do you
do
know
about
he's
it, and
suffering?
having to make the decision to put him to sleep.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it was.
I think you've lost it. And I think
well,
you're not in
guess
touch.
what? We're both of the same opinion about each other.
Right. You've gone off the deep end now.
You are a mess.
I'm not a 34 on the narcissism scale.
No, you're probably a 60 if you answer the questions right.
And you're not jumping out of planes.
That's right.
That's insane.
Oh, no, he's not jumping off the chair. He won't go out.
Oh, my God. So if,
Can't
you
even get him to dinner.
decide, so if you decide to put your cat to sleep in a month, would you be sad?
What?
If you decide to put your cat to sleep in a month, will you be sad?
If you tell me now in a month I have to put my cat
That's
to
right.
sleep,
Will you-
that's different than being able
Why
to
be
talk
sad
to
now?
Beth on the phone.
But why be sad now? The cat's here.
That's
Why be
different than
sad
being
now?
able- because I'll never be able to be with him again. You will be
Oh.
with Beth again. You can
I
talk
see.
to her every day.
I see.
Can't make out with a phone.
Yeah. It's a big difference between somebody being with you and talking to them on the phone.
No, there's a big difference
Robin,
in having this
can I
feeling
tell you something?
that you
There
can't be
isn't-
attached to someone unless they're there.
Why live together at all then?
There's some people who don't have to live together.
There isn't a person listening to this conversation right now saying,
Look,
what
just
happened
because
to Robin?
everybody's
Do you understand?
nuts doesn't make
so
it
you're
right.
the normal one.
Just because
Do you
everybody's
see the narcissism
nuts
in that?
doesn't make it right.
Everyone
and
else-
number two,
everyone else is
normal
abnormal and
has
you're normal.
nothing to do with right.
No, you're putting on an act. I don't even believe what you're saying.
And I'm just telling you who I am. You don't want to know me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know who you are, but this is not who you are.
Okay,
This is the character,
right. I'm
Robin.
the person you have in your head, not the person I have in my head.
You are a narcissist.
And you agreeing with Sal, you really ought to question yourself.
I agree with Sal. I agree with Sal.
That right there should tell you something.
Well, I agree with that. No, but I think don't. I mean, you know, if you care about someone, you could say to them, "I'm going to miss you." You know, I'm going to miss. You know, you're going to miss them.
No, not Robin. She only misses them. She doesn't even miss them when they're gone, and certainly would never miss them and say, "Gee, I'm going to miss you when you're
He
gone."
misses her while she's here.
No, I said I'm going to miss you. That's the
you
difference.
were already experiencing
No.
the missing. Ugh, I'm so upset she's leaving.
Yeah, I like being with her.
It depends on how much you let it affect you, but everyone can relate to saying, "I'm going to miss
And that's
somebody."
of course what Robin
But
is
you're
talking
not
about is
enjoying
abnormal.
the time that you're with
Who said
the
I wasn't
person.
enjoying? We had a great time.
Oh, please.
But that's not weird. Of course you would. You realize you're going to miss Beth. if
Look
you're
at who's
about
talking.
Listen, you're the
Mr.
only
Bond.
one. Robin, you're the only one who even
I don't care if I'm the
enunciates
only one.
this.
I'm simply telling you who I am. Why do I have to be like everybody
Well,
else
no,
for you?
But listen, you've got a problem. You need to go back in therapy.
I have a problem.
This is tremendous narcissism. It really is. And you know what? I understand why you
Oh,
built up
you're
these
so
defenses.
funny. You're so
I know
funny.
it works
There's
for
no
you.
defense here.
Yep. You're very, very defensive. Right now, you're being very defensive. I'm trying to help you, and you're not allowing me in. Fred, what do you make of what Robin's
Don't even
saying?
start with Fred.
Fred will tell you the truth.
Fred's a committed,
What
successful.
difference does it make? What difference does it make? What the opinion is?
I want you to understand that this sounds abnormal.
I think Robin believes what she says, and I think her
sad.
standpoint. I find it a little sad. I do.
Yeah, me too.
Because I think
I'm only saying 'cause
it's a
I'm sad
form
for you.
of protection. It's like you don't allow yourself to get
She's very
that
well
close
protected.
to people, and I understand
The
that. I've
suit
been
of
that way
armor.
myself sometimes.
She's more covered than Lady Gaga.
Do you think?
But I understand why she has that opinion.
We've all
I do
been
understand
burned
it.
by the flame of love.
Robin, I understand.
And by the way, Sal,
You're all
and that,
codependent. That's what your problems are.
But and I'll ignore that insult. But in that clip with Sal,
They're
Sal,
insulting me, but you're going to ignore my
Sal was
insult
being
to
a
you.
kiss ass in that clip. In that clip right there,
A
where he
kiss
was
ass where?
attacking Robin, he was being a total kiss ass.
To who?
To you.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
I didn't-
absolutely.
I didn't- Robin and I really didn't have much of a
He had to
discussion.
put Robin down.
No, he's saying.
Sal does that. Sal does that.
It's a wild. It's a wild statement when somebody says, "I certainly don't want to be in love with someone if that means I have to miss them."
I didn't say that either. I said I wouldn't fall in love with someone so that I could miss them and make them uncomfortable about living their lives.
How can you control? How can you control missing someone?
But that's part
Why
of the
would you want to
equation.
control that?
I mean, the definition
I
of
think
love.
it's. You know what? I think
First
Beth
of all,
loves the fact that I
just because
miss her.
somebody leaves doesn't mean they're ripped out of my heart.
Listen, darling.
but those are your words. That's not what's going on
That's not
here.
what's going on. Beth likes the fact that I miss her.
Good for her and good for you.
And so
I
would
didn't
you-
say
and you
that.
would enjoy that
But
too.
No, I would not feel good about you feeling bad.
That's not a bad feeling. Missing someone. It's being human.
That's part of love.
That's
Hate to
that's
say it.
called being a human being.
For you, Fred.
For anybody.
And,
if you go to a
again,
definition in the dictionary, love is
it
part
says
of an
you have
affection
to
and an
miss-
attraction.
My life
You
isn't
have to
falling.
miss them?
My life isn't
It
falling
happens.
apart, Robin. It's just I miss
Yes,
her.
it
That's it. No, it's not.
You're a
I'm
mess.
functioning very well. I'm having a great time.
You didn't know if you could.
I had a great day yesterday.
Sure you did. You were miserable.
I had. You're talking about being a human being, and you know what? I'm going to tell you something. The day a
With
guy
this human
calls you,
being. Okay, I'm an alien, just like Sal said.
if a guy called you up and said, "Robin, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. I miss you," that would melt your heart. And stop saying.
No, it's not.
You're
what
so full of
you
shit.
say. You say, "Oh, where's my wife? She's supposed to be here for me."
Oh,
What
my goodness. That's not what I'm saying. I enjoy being with her.
said.
And wouldn't you be honored if a man
See,
called
now
you
you're
up?
taking what you said and what
Wouldn't-
I'm reacting
No.
to and turning into this noble thing.
Listen.
That, wow, honey, I really miss you.
I love you, and I'm sad for you.
Please.
That's all I'm going to
Yeah,
say.
do you miss me when you don't see me?
Not right now, I don't.
Right
Right now, I need to get away from you.
You can't miss me.
Oh,
you
that's
can
not
see
true.
me.
I miss you right
and
now.
You've never missed me.
I do miss you, and you know I miss
never
you.
called and said, "Robin, I miss you."
Listen, when we didn't- yes, she did. When we were in Washington and we were broken up as a
Oh,
team.
we were apart for
And
a
did you
long
miss
time.
me? I missed you.
I missed you every day.
All right,
But
so-
I never said anything.
And you're in love with me.
Do you think Robin could ever be married?
No.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't
Oh,
say that.
listen to you, Ralph. Could you? No.
No.
No, but you don't realize that. Now you're thinking about being
I'm looking to learn something.
You want to
You're
know
not.
something, Ralph? Robin could be married. I'm going to take that back. I'll tell you why.
I agree with you,
Because
Howard.
Robin off the air is a mush.
A mush.
She loves romance. She loves to be with her partner. I've seen her in action. And the day that she meets the right
I
guy.
certainly would enjoy another human being.
Yes,
sure.
she would.
I would
And-
enjoy it.
And Robin needs a man who is going to miss her when he's not with her and really enjoy her and be with her. She's a lovely woman.
If she found that perfect match,
And-
she would miss him as
Oh,
much
yes.
as you miss Beth.
Believe
Well,
me.
I'm certainly willing to find out.
Yes. She wants to explore this side of herself. She's on guard.
I'm just telling you what I know.
You need eHarmony.
I know
You
what
need
I know about
Facebook.
you, and I know the real you.
All right, Howard. You know
And you're
what?
a
There
mush,
are times that
and
I
you're a
know
romantic.
you better than you know yourself.
No. And I agree.
And they, maybe the same is occurring here.
You're
but
a
I don't
romantic.
know what you're talking about.
You're a romantic, and you love,
love romance, of course.
Yes, you do. And you would melt
She would go gaga.
If a man,
Lady Gaga.
You'd be like Lady Gaga. If a guy said to you,
you'd have a bird's nest on.
If a guy,
you miss me.
I'd be wearing a mask.
I'd be wearing a beehive.
Robin, I had to go to Vegas or go to, I don't know, pick a place. Atlantic City for 2 months.
Atlantic City.
I don't know, wherever
to
they
get there.
Cincinnati.
And whatever it is, you had to work or whatever, and you were separate. Or he had to go to the Middle East. I don't know. You're with some Arab. I don't know what you're with.
Hello, Osama. I couldn't take it. I miss you lots.
Right. And you go
around about this guy. Is there some guy in Florida or something she's flying around for?
What is this?
Like, is there some guy in Florida or something?
I don't know what Ralph is talking about.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I think so. I think there's something.
Robin?
There was
I
a
don't
rumor.
know what Ralph is talking about. I'm
I don't
not
know of
flying
this.
around to Florida.
You are seeing a guy in Florida.
No, I'm not.
Well, what if this guy called you up and said, you know what, Robin? I miss you.
This imaginary guy?
Oh, I don't know. Who knows? Ralph seems to know
I
something.
think over the summer there was. You were in Florida a lot.
I was not in Florida a lot. I was in Florida once.
Were you seeing a man in Florida?
I see lots of people in Florida.
Were you seeing a romantic man in Florida?
No.
Okay, all right. I agree. I know you don't lie, so she's not. She's telling the truth.
Are you dating Dan Marino?
Ralph? She doesn't lie to me.
I don't know.
No, she would always tell me the truth. She would even say, I prefer not to answer. But if she said she didn't have romance in Florida this summer, then she's telling the truth. What you think?
Look,
You think Robin would lie to me?
You think she's Sandra
Robin would lie to
Bernhard?
me?
Sleep with Sandra Bernhard.
Do you think Robin would lie to me? Robin, are you lying to me when?
No, I'm not lying to
All right.
you.
So you did not have sexual relations in Florida.
No, I did not.
Okay.
Was there somebody in
Georgia
Florida you were seeing or interested in?
I go to Florida because I like the state.
Well, that's not answering the question.
Yeah, the state the Klan started in? Come on.
So
They got good taste.
all right. So
Wow.
I'm
In
just saying,
states, anyway.
Florida flies around the country to see men.
right.
What?
Because she misses him.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I say you fly around the country to see men.
All
She
right.
loves romance, and she's a very, very soft-hearted person, despite the on-air demeanor. And there's certain defenses everybody builds up, including myself. And her particular defense is the suit of armor that Robin wears every day.
She tries to be tough.
Is this tough guy thing.
Good
But let me
Lord.
tell you something, and this is an advice to all men who want to be with Robin. You shower this woman with the kind of attention I'm talking about, where you say, Robin, I love you, I miss you.
Yeah.
She will melt
like
and
butter.
be yours forever.
See, I can relate to. I'm with a lot of women who actually need a shower.
Right.
When you were seeing
Well,
Jim,
they're on drugs, these
when
girls.
you were seeing Jim and you were in the middle of that hot and heavy, you didn't miss him when he went on the road and
No.
no?
That's what he did.
Did you miss him?
No.
Okay.
Strange.
All right.
Poor Jim.
I'm crestfallen.
This is why I failed.
All right. Thank you, Ralph. All right. Mr. Smooth, you have the last word on this. I must take a break.
I
It's
don't
been
want
a-
to hear from Mr. Smooth.
You do not?
He's Mr.
Who
Smooth,
is
Robin.
Mr. I don't even know what Mr. Smooth is
Gotta know
going
what
to
he's
say.
talking
I
about.
don't know what he's talking about.
Robin doesn't want to hear from you.
Why are you wasting your time with Robin?
What?
She doesn't know what. Why are you wasting your time with Robin? She doesn't know what it feels like to be in love. There's
She
nothing
knows.
wrong with you missing Beth. She's 2,000 miles away. That has nothing to do with her talking on the phone. Maybe just miss holding her in bed.
Of course.
No idea what the fuck she's talking about. She's way off.
Again, all of you are crazy.
You want to know something? The opposite has been true in my life, where my reaction to somebody, leave me, I wouldn't even acknowledge that I miss them, and I would behave.
But that's a defensive mechanism.
And I would behave in a strange. That's right.
But you
that was my way of getting through
acknowledge
it.
what you felt.
And I'll tell
That's
you,
what you're
now
saying.
I'm acknowledging what I feel, and you're not acknowledging what
I
you
didn't
feel.
say you weren't acknowledging what you
Right.
felt. I said what you felt was sad.
Yes, I wasn't acknowledging it. You're right.
Howard, you were right on point the other day when you said you knew you were in love when you want to lay back in bed with Beth after you had sex with her. All those other chicks you just want to get rid of, right?
That's right.
That's a fact. That's what happens. You wait
Because
all
you
night,
like being with them.
3 o'clock in the morning, you're hightailing it out of there. When you're in love, you want to stay in bed with her the rest of the night.
Absolutely.
Mr. Smooth.
Mr. Smooth. No wonder you don't want to speak to Mr. Smooth.
I know.
I'll tell you, the worst thing to
I
go
tried
through
to
is
tell you.
the worst thing to go through is if you miss somebody and they have no recollection you even dated.
That's happened to me many times.
Oh, I've gone through that.
Or they answer the phone.
Sometimes
Who
I
is
thought
this?
many times I thought I was in a relationship with someone, and
Right.
it turned out they didn't even know it.
Honey, do you realize I'm your boyfriend? Because I've been telling people.
That
Who are
first-
you?
My first girlfriend that I call, the one I've had in the studio here.
Robin?
Yeah, like she had other men when she was, with me, and I said, you're my girlfriend, and she goes, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. She goes, I didn't realize.
I guess everybody treated her the same way.
She said, she goes, I didn't think of you as my boyfriend. I mean, I'm seeing other people. I mean, I don't know that she had sex with them, but she saw people.
I miss the guy you're fucking too.
You know how it feels.
What?
You were on the other end of the stick. You know.
Absolutely. Many times. Artie's telling the truth.
No, that in all seriousness, I've
Many times
missed a woman and they have
no idea who you are.
They're not even close to the same feeling.
Right. All right, thank you. All right, Robin, everyone agrees with me.
Well, that's good for you. Doesn't mean it's right.
Zolar, what do you think?
Zolar. Look at who we're having comment on.
Zolar's a bright guy. Go ahead, Zolar.
Well, yeah, actually, I was thinking of it as, I kind of miss them, but I kind of anticipate, my girlfriend's return. I don't miss them. What I was going to call to say is I hate when, I'm about to go somewhere and do something for 2 weeks, for instance. Before I even go, I'm getting the guilt from her. Oh, my God, you're going to leave me. I'm going to miss you.
That's what I'm talking about. That's wrong.
Well, that is wrong, but I don't do that.
Yes, you were doing
it.
You totally are doing that, Howard. I mean,
no.
And that's what I was objecting to.
Right, I knew
see.
that. I knew
All
that,
right.
Robin.
All right,
Thank you, Zolar. You are brilliant.
See?
I told you I was smart.
I tried to tell you that.
Robin, you said that like other people have said he's brilliant.
All right, Robin, good for you. You have your point of view. I don't buy it, but all right. That's your way of getting through life, and I respect that. All right. And I must take a break. I can't talk to you all morning about this.
Look, let's never talk about it again.
Fair enough.
You don't want to hear the wrap-up show today, Rob?
All right, we have Lisa G here with headlines. Lisa G is going to tell us what's going on in the Howard 100 newsroom. Come on in, Lisa.
Lisa Glassberg takes shits at work.
Lisa?
Yes, hello.
What do you have? Hi.
Well, I know you were
agreed with me.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, I do.
You think missing a person is bad?
No, but it's how you're missing them. Robin is very independent.
Let's say how you're missing them is, there's ways to missing people that's appropriate and inappropriate.
Right.
Okay. But what's the idea that you don't miss someone? I mean, have you ever heard a human being say they don't miss someone? Let me ask you something. I've gone to a restaurant, as Fred just said. He said, I've gone to a restaurant, he says, and there's Beck's beer. If it's not there, I miss it. I mean, I
miss Beck's beer.
Oh, my
You've never
God.
missed someone?
I have, yeah.
You know why? Because you're human. And Robin misses people, but she doesn't want to admit it.
I miss heroin.
Right. You're right. Okay. So you missed something.
Can I tell you?
All right, I will tell you. I miss people who have died because you can't contact them again.
Okay. And then to a
But
lesser
if you're
degree.
constantly in contact, what are you missing?
First of all, you can
missing
contact
being
them.
with that person, spending
You're being
time with them.
when you're
no,
with
you're not.
them. Even when you're on the phone, you're with them.
Not with. That's not being with someone. That's checking in.
Again, that's this neediness of yours. No. This, they got to be there in the
flesh. Oh,
flesh.
my God. You know how long it took me in therapy to admit that I miss someone? That this is a major accomplishment for me? And that you...
I tell you, that doctor's steering you in the wrong way.
No.
This is what he's doing.
It's a very good
He's
thing.
turning your fig!
I'm enjoying actually feeling human and valuing someone and thinking that they're more important than someone else, that placing them above others.
All the time. I don't have problems with thinking somebody's more important.
No, this is bullshit. Now, maybe Lisa's never been in love either, because the two of you...
It's highly unlikely.
The two of you are very similar in many ways.
She loves two things, violins and cookies.
Yeah, you should start a support group.
A support group of what?
I miss my
cat. We don't need support.
You miss your cat? Oh, that's terrible. Why would you miss a cat?
Is the cat alive?
Easy, Larry King.
Because I love it. And
right. In other words, your cat is home, but now you're at work, you're missing the cat.
When I go on vacation, I miss my cat.
Sure, of course, that's normal. That's called being a human being. And Robin has the same feelings. She's, for some reason, created a persona.
What you're calling missing a person and what I would call missing a person are two different things.
No, they're not different.
Yes, they are.
In the way that Lisa can miss her cat, because she loves the cat.
I don't miss the cat like that. I notice that the cat's not there.
You notice that the cat's not there.
So it's like a couch.
I feel sad for you. That's all.
Don't feel sad for me.
I'm so.
Who needs your pity?
You don't know that it's sad that you can't feel.
I'm not.
You can't
sad.
feel attached
only
to anyone.
Be sad.
How sad is that?
I'll only be sad for me if I get sad.
The struggle you put up to admit you're human.
I am not human.
Boy,
obviously.
oh boy! No wonder that therapist quit the business.
Well, I'm not
You know
sad.
what therapist left the business?
Well, your piano teacher committed suicide.
Yeah, that's right. You know why? Because I was horrible at playing the piano.
So,
And you-
at least this woman had the good sense to just go.
You drove that woman batty. She said, "There's no way. I can't even get her to be human."
Not another 34 at 12.
She got her down to a 34.
I do a 34 under protest.
She's at 100.
I don't feel sorry for Robin not missing
I do.
anybody because she does miss somebody.
Of course.
She does.
Yeah, she does.
I know, but it's
You
just
know
sad that
what?
she has to put this
Right.
persona on.
I don't have a persona again.
Well, it's
Is
a
there any
protection.
way-
You know
A
what?
protection.
I don't want
a
to talk to
protection.
you
a
anymore
protection.
because if
I'm
I
sad for
can't
you.
say what I feel, I gotta. You know what?
You don't feel that
I'll
way.
end this right now.
You don't feel that
You're
way.
absolutely right,
Thank
Howard.
you.
I miss someone every day.
Not every day.
And I'm miserable.
I didn't say you were
I
miserable.
cry.
It's human to miss someone,
I
Robin.
can't get out of bed sometimes. I miss
Lisa,
them
do you
so
miss your
much.
cat today? Even though you saw your cat this morning, do you miss the cat?
A little bit. I had
All right, so that's what we're talking about. Robin
Wait, I have
won't
a-
admit that.
I have a question for
I have
Lisa.
cats ask me if I'm missing them.
Well, of course not. You're Robin. You're a robot.
I feel guilty about that. It's like, oh my God, I can't
Why
believe
feel
it.
guilty? That's human.
I know.
It's, not,
but
it's called being human. And Robin is human, and she misses things and people and cats, but she doesn't want to look at it. It's too painful to her. But why? I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Lisa, it's human to
Again,
miss
I'm not a
something
psychiatrist.
happened. I'm not in pain.
Well,
I
that's
didn't
good.
say it's not
And it
necessarily
wouldn't
pain.
be painful if I did feel that.
Oh my God in heaven!
What's wrong with you? Why are you
What's wrong with
struggling so
me?
much? Why does this
Oh,
bother
my
you so
God
much? What
almighty.
is your thing about this?
Because
This
I
is a
suffer
thing-
from the same
this
thing.
is
It
a
took me a
thing-
lot of therapy to miss someone.
This is a thing for
I'm
you.
sad for you.
This don't. If you keep saying
Your
that,
protection
if
makes
you
me sad.
Keep saying that. See,
Sorry.
That's what irritates me.
I see the
about
sadness
you.
in this.
It's for you. It would be sad. Don't feel bad for me. There's no
Argentina.
reason
What
to
do
feel bad for me.
do you remember the show Star Trek? I'll leave you with this thought. Do you remember the show Star
Don't
Trek?
leave me with any
Answer yes or no. Do you
thoughts
remember?
from Star
Do you
Trek.
remember the show Star Trek?
Do I? Let's see.
Right.
I miss it actually.
And remember how funny it was, the Vulcan Society, because
Funny.
remember
They
the
were logical.
right. Remember the Vulcans tried to eliminate all emotion. Remember that?
They did.
You know why that was interesting to us as human beings in terms of a plot to a story?
They
Because
were rational.
you can't eliminate emotion. And you're trying, and I understand.
I have not eliminated emotion.
All right.
I have
Okay.
emotions. I just don't have your emotions.
You're not 100% Vulcan. Not yet, Robin. There's still some humanity in there. You weren't raised on Vulcan. Stop it. I revel in the fact that you're chic at every
I
age.
just agreed with you. Why are we still having this conversation?
No, you didn't
I'm
agree with me.
devastated. I miss everything.
Good. Well, then you're sick because you shouldn't miss everything.
I miss it all.
Sal, look when you started, man. Everyone turned on Robin.
I didn't start anything. Robin started it. I mean, that's her. I just brought it to the forefront. I was the one who had the balls to say it because everybody here is a bunch of ass kissers. You know, they all walk on eggshells. Bunch of wusses.
No, what do you really feel? That she can't find love?
Look,
She
can find anything she wants. You know what I mean? She can find planes to jump out of. She can find race cars. She can find all that stuff. I'm not saying that she can find love. I'm saying that she prefers not to find love.
Why?
She doesn't have to. She doesn't have to. Look at all the women in life, a good majority of women. What do they have? They have somebody that will provide them shelter, security, money. Robin has the ability to do that all on her own. She's completely self-sufficient. She doesn't need all that shit. So, you know, if you really think about it, what's love? The only thing you really love are your children. You don't really love somebody you're with. I mean, you do in the beginning, but afterwards, it's like a Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. You don't love somebody anymore. You're stuck with somebody. It's like having a roommate you can't get rid of. So there's no real love. So Robin has the ability to buy love. You know, she can get love whenever she wants. because she's in that position. Now, if Robin was a cashier, let's say at the dollar store in Hoboken, I can almost bet that she would find love. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ask some Spanish broad who's working at the Sizzler washing dishes. She looking for love? You bet your sweet ass she's looking for love. But the definition of love to some people are different than others.
So, Lisa, being the only other female on the staff, what do you think about this whole conversation about love and missing people?
I think they're really ganging up on Robin, and she is who she is. If that's the way she feels, then that's who she is. You can't make someone something they're not. So that's, I feel for her when everyone gangs up on her and goes, oh, you're not human, you're a Vulcan, whatever. So she's been in love before, and no one can tell another person how to love someone. You have to do what's right for you.
But do you agree with Howard and Fred and Artie about, missing someone?
Well, I know I don't know if that means that you love or don't love someone if you do or don't miss a person, but I know with me, I'm very independent, so do I miss someone? Yeah, I would, but I wouldn't let it, ruin my day or my week. It's just like a little something you keep in your back pocket. I miss them. I wish I could see them, and that's it. I think maybe Robin was taking it to mean that, to the extreme, that if you miss someone, she's listening to Howard and going, oh my God, my whole week's ruined. I just think she's very independent, and she's okay by herself, and she's great with someone too. I think that's the best of both worlds, not to lose who you are. Do I miss things? Yes, I do. Like I was telling Howard, yeah, I miss my cat, and I always feel so silly because when I first adopted my cat, I went, okay, I have a cat, here's some food, see you later. And I ended up really missing him, and I felt so weird about it, but now I really enjoy the fact that I care for something and I love him and I miss him. It's just a part of who I am, but I can't tell someone else how to behave. So, good for Robin. I'm her biggest fan, so it's all good.
Everyone in there was pretty much against you on, the definition of love, and because they're saying if you miss someone, you love them. What would you?
Is that how they know? They can't know unless they're in pain. See, that's my contention, that love shouldn't cause you pain. And they're all looking for pain to figure out if they're in love.
So how do you know?
Because you care about the person. You like being with them. But you don't have to be in pain just because they leave you.
So you think all of them have this,
I think they have problems. They don't want to face them. They're little whiny babies, and they're codependent, and they don't want to deal with themselves.
And what do you think of Sal's comments?
I told Sal that he can go to hell.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John Hyde and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
So on Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about the new Miss Howard TV, how hot she was, how much fun she was, and we all got a chance to tug on our boobs a little bit to see if they were real. But the real thing was Doug Goodstein was smitten with her, man. Totally smitten. It's usually Ganji, but this time it was Doug, because the old lady's pregnant, and I guess he's not getting any at home. So he was like all over her, watching her, talking to her. You guys check it out, man. Check it out.
Miss Howard TV? What's going on out there? Is Ganji doing his thing?
Yeah. Well, I think, you know what? Today there's a little bit of a change up.
Oh, really? How so?
It's Doug Goodstein today.
What's Doug doing?
He's been in that room all morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean,
What's he doing with her?
Going over. She's showing him his the website she has. She's bringing up all her different pictures, and
he probably wants to learn about dance classes.
Right,
for his daughter.
exactly. That's it. And the old lady's pregnant, and he's probably not getting any at home now. So
Well, Doug, he's like a week
probably
away.
he's hanging. He's hanging on to her now. So
I got to tell you, I walk by the door. I don't even stop and say hello anymore because it's like, why would I torture myself? I'm going to talk to her. I don't necessarily. All the prep has been done already. I don't really need to. Once in a while, I'll stop in and I'll say hello, so that it doesn't seem rude that I'm walking by. But today, I just kept walking by like, what's the point? I don't need to tell her anything.
Well, I go in and hang out and say hello,
You're single.
I pick out her bikinis to wear and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. But I wanted to torture
That was a
myself.
nice bikini I picked out, though, right? Was that nice?
Who knows? I mean, she barely fitted it. That's like whatever you pick.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it was a nice bikini.
If the girl's got 34 Ds and you're picking out 32 As, they're all going to look great.
Yeah, and that was another thing with Ganji. He was so hung up on that they were fake.
Well, wink, wink. Ronnie, you didn't see the bit.
Yeah, that's a total.
I saw the bit.
I'm gonna tell the chick that next. That's total bullshit. Because I heard guys talking about it before. They knew they were real. they totally make that shit up.
Well, then that would be wrong what they did.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
So we've talked to Ganji about it before. Usually when Miss Howard TV comes here, he's very protective.
No, he wasn't really like that today.
Why do you think?
I don't know. I mean, he was in there, and he's doing his job, showing her a script that she's got to read later on and stuff like that. But he wasn't spending too much time with her today.
And when Miss Howard TV did get checked by everyone to see if her breasts were real, there was once again a long line of people willing to check to see what was going on.
Why not?
Not saying.
What's the problem?
Hey, Ganj, I'm glad you're here. Ronnie's saying that unlike other days when Miss Howard TV comes, you're pretty hands off today.
Yeah, she seems sort of your type.
He was doing his job
She kind
today.
of is my type, but yeah, I was. The problem was I couldn't get in the room because Doug was always there.
Exactly, that's what I said.
I couldn't get past Doug, so I didn't want to make it seem.
So
like
Doug is boxing you out?
Yeah, he was boxing me out.
Totally cock blocking everybody.
I don't know why today.
It is interesting that
he's horny, man.
It is interesting that the executive producer has to have his handprints on this particular bit.
Literally. Oh, he loves. I got to tell you. I mean, he loves being involved in the casting of it and the whole process.
And his new camera. He does the photo shoot now. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
He does the photo shoot now for Miss Howard TV with his new camera.
What's going on back there now?
Right now, she was talking to Artie and Nick DiPaolo, but Nick, I guess, must have just left. But she was hanging out with Artie and Nick DiPaolo, so.
And did Doug keep Artie and Nick DiPaolo away from her as well?
No, I don't think so, but Doug was there and part of the conversation, yes.
I was talking. You don't believe me? Smell my finger.
You're cock blocking to our executive producer, apparently.
Or the executive producer cock blocking you?
No, I think it was the other way around. I think Nick just stopped by. I think Doug's going to put a tent in that room, hang around for a while.
Doug actually left.
He did?
Yeah, Doug. Yeah. He actually left.
He hit 1,000 pictures on the card. Now he can go home.
He left.
Right now, it's time to go get her in her bikini. That's the time right now.
And who's doing that?
Oh, I have to tell her to do that.
Oh.
Yes. And Ganj, you led the charge today in terms of checking to see if her breasts were real or not, correct?
Yeah, well, first of all, I don't want to hang him out to dry, but that was the pace all the way. He wanted that bit to happen so bad, so I was like, all right, I'll go suggest it. And then, of course, when Howard started calling for it, he didn't want to go in, be the first one in. So I had to go in to be the first one in.
He was the last one in.
So you were DePace's fall guy? Is that what you're saying?
I was his fall guy. But I don't mind. Believe me, I was really happy to be the first one in.
Well, if you missed it, here's exactly what Ganji was talking about.
I don't think they're real because I saw her jump up and down, and they don't move a lot. But DePace is really into finding out if they're real or not.
They don't move a lot? Even when she's giggling, they're moving. What are you talking about?
He says they don't move.
You can see them.
I'd say they're too big. They're too big to be natural.
Can you let Ganji touch them and see if they're real?
Can I just check?
Yeah, okay.
All right, go ahead.
Can test.
Yeah, he's not doing it to be a pervert. He wants to know that they're real.
He's a pervert, but he's not doing it.
What does he know? Can you let the bald guy in the tight Wrangler shirt?
I mean, everybody touches them.
That made it a little bit less exciting,
Somebody's going to let Robin in on the bit, by the way. She goes, what are you talking about? She's jiggling around. I'm like, would you stop fucking around?
I know. She's ruining it.
Do you remember when that bit actually started?
I do, because we still make fun of that girl's accent. Remember that girl?
Which one?
The one who yelled at me because I'm the one who said I don't think they're real?
Yes, Rita.
Yeah,
Rita G.
But we really thought hers may not be, I thought.
Right. She claimed she had the world's most perfect breasts.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
I remember
that
that.
was her claim.
I started that whole bit on the air, and then the guys were telling me, I guess when they shot the bit for the TV show, they took her to like a doctor where they were x-rayed, and she goes, "See, Gary? See?"
See, I bought
That's
into it. I
exactly-
really thought that with hers that we really did have a doubt.
No.
So, Nick, what kind of conversation were you having with Miss Howard TV and Artie?
We were trying to get her back to Artie's apartment.
Oh, you're going to be like those Hofstra dudes? You're going to double team her?
Absolutely. Drop something in her Sprite. Next thing you know, she's upside down. She likes to be peed on. I have a bladder infection. Timing is perfect. She seems like a bright girl. I don't understand why guys would leave her. I say that with my tongue so far in my cheek. It looks like I'm blowing an elephant right now.
Well, she talked about how she enjoys anal when she's on top. She's all set to put on a
Hey, who
strap
doesn't?
on, and she was definitely out there in some of her stuff.
She's what Ronnie would describe a good girl.
Excellent girl.
Not a good girl. She's a good,
She's a good
girl.
She's a good girl.
Good girl.
What do you think of that strap-on thing, Ronnie?
What do you mean? What do I think of it?
She said she was into it. I haven't.
So what's wrong with that? Whatever she's into, I'm there.
Well, you know what it feels like. What's it feel like?
It feels good.
What are you saying, Ron?
What are you saying?
Ronnie's
Didn't
a great.
admit on the air that he likes that?
I don't think he said he liked a strap.
No, but he likes a little vibrator back there or something.
Near.
Right?
I don't think he said
All right,
Andy.
Wasn't it
Ganji.
back
He said near.
Ronnie's a great fuck.
Yeah.
He is.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Benji, your tits real?
So on Tuesday's wrap-up show, talked about how I got this power to cancel Ronnie's show, and I went ahead and did it. And of course, he didn't take too kindly to that, as you guess. And yeah, I guess I'm dead to him now. So no more hijinks with Ronnie. Enjoy.
The big story today was the Ronnie show, or the late Ronnie Munn show, which apparently is no more on Sirius XM, excuse me, and that's because of the decision of one man who Howard gave the power to, and JD took that show into the palm of his hand and crushed it.
So can I whisper right now?
It's.
Do you really think the show's canceled, John?
Yes, I do.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
See, I think it's just tweaking Ronnie.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think it's canceled.
Well, listen, if it really is canceled, then
don't be sorry you made the decision.
Well, no, I'm saying sorry.
But why?
Well, hold on.
Why?
But listen, and I said this on there. If there's like this whole big writing campaign like there was with Family Guy or something like that, it'll be brought back.
So you're playing this like a network executive. You're canceling it, but still trying to keep the fans of the show still happy just in case it comes back. More importantly, you're trying to just keep Ronnie happy in case it comes back, because then you're not the bad guy.
I guess. I don't know.
No, he's just a fucking pussy.
No,
That's
I'm a
all I'm
pussy.
going to say
He's
right
actually
now.
not, because he did. And Ronnie, I'm not saying
No.
he's not a pussy because he actually
because
did
first
it.
of all, he knows nothing about a car show. He knows nothing about cars. So he's got no fucking business telling me the fucking show is boring. And I'll be back.
But he said it was boring to him, and then we'll come back.
And then I
fucking waste.
And then I got the power, and as he walks out, listen.
Ronnie has walked out after giving us his opening statement. He'll be back. What were you going to say, JD?
No, I'll wait till he comes back because I'll say, I'll just say it again when he goes. If Howard thought the show was that important, then he wouldn't have given this power to me.
All right. Well, Ronnie's joining us. Ronnie, JD's saying.
What's wrong with this chair? Why am I sitting on the floor?
Nick DiPaolo had the same problem yesterday.
It doesn't move?
No, it's broken.
JD's saying that, he stands by his opinion of your show, but he said part of the reason he did this was to break your balls. Do you think he's hiding behind that and he really wanted to cancel your show, or where is this all coming from?
He doesn't even know why he did it, because he's a total moron. All right? If he had his own show, he would understand. He would, if I walked in here now and Howard gave me the power to cancel your show right now, and I'd walked in here, John, and said your show is canceled, would you be upset?
Of course. But you were saying you weren't upset and you didn't
well, what do you
care.
think I'm going to say? I'm going to stand there and cry like a baby? No. I'm not like that. You know what? You know what? He can go, what, like I always say, what goes around comes around. He'll get his in the end. Don't worry about it.
Well, let's take.
How will he get his?
He'll lose his car show.
Don't worry about it. He'll get it. Somehow it'll come back to him. It'll
Karma.
bite him in his ass. I'm sorry.
He's a big karma believer.
Well, let's take a step back from this for a second, Ronnie. Aside from JD, I mean, you do.
The guy's got no fucking balls to begin with. So he got some kind of power that Howard gave him. So he's going to take it out on me. That's fine. All right. You know, I bust his balls in the hallway. Fine. You know, whatever.
So you do care
Give a fuck.
that the show has been canceled,
John. I just said. What did I just say to you?
I'm just trying to clarify because on the air you said you didn't care.
Yeah, well, like I said, what do you want me to say? I'm going to stand there and fucking argue with Howard? He gave him the power to do something. I'm not going to argue with it. He gave me the show. If it wasn't for Howard, I wouldn't be doing Rick's. I wouldn't be doing half the shit I'm doing. Okay? I would be back doing my other stuff I was doing before I was here.
Are you upset at Howard for giving JD the power?
No, because the nerd needs he needs an outlet for something, so he's finally got an outlet. Let him have his fun. I don't care as far as that.
Now you could
losing the fucking show? Yeah, it bothers me.
Now you could tell JD Ronnie's. I mean, with all the bravado, he's upset that the show's gone. Does that change how you feel?
No, because
at all?
he's an idiot. He's an idiot. All he knows how to do is laugh. That's all he knows how to do. This man. I don't even want to call him a man because he's not. He's not a fucking man, because if he was a man, he would say to Howard, listen, give the guy another chance. Maybe the show wasn't that, great this time. Give him another shot. You see, all he knows how to do is fucking laugh. He's a fucking moron.
All right.
Do you want to answer that question?
Oh, well, I don't know what the question was.
I
just heard I wasn't a man.
I said for all of Ronnie's bravado, you could tell that he's hurt. Does that affect your decision? Do you regret taking it off the air?
Yeah, of course.
First of all, he knows nothing about.
Are you going to let me answer the question, or are you going to keep saying
about a fucking car show to begin with?
Are you going to let me answer the question?
Yeah, go ahead, answer the question.
Okay,
it's going to be
thank you.
stupid, but go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I feel bad now, but what's done is done. And
Yeah, good.
but
What's
listen,
done
there's
is
always
done.
a future. All right, calm down.
What do you mean?
Things can happen. This thing, it's not like you're never going to have a show again.
How do you know?
Yeah, how do you know?
Come on.
What do you think? This was a bit for the air, maybe?
It could be. I don't know.
Well, if you don't know, why would you go ahead and do it then and cancel the show then? If you thought,
because I was given a power as if I was running.
But you know nothing about a car show, so how could you make that decision?
If I was running the channel, I wouldn't have done a car show in the first place. But that's me. I mean,
Yeah,
sorry.
well, okay, fine. They're trying to break up things and put different things on the air. So what's the problem with that with you? Why is that a problem?
I don't know. It's not a problem. It's just I don't know. I just don't like the show. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, fine. You don't like. Nobody asked you to like the show, JD.
Okay.
Nobody fucking asked you to like it.
No, I know.
Nobody asked you to listen to it.
And I didn't.
Just like when people don't like.
I didn't offer up an opinion about it until I was asked. Well, you read a note from Jim McClure.
Ronnie, do you think?
Dead air.
Oh, by the way, yeah. Well,
Host.
I'm not allowed to read.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to fucking read. I'm not the host. John's the host.
You yelling at me?
No, I'm just saying.
No.
And now you're costing, according to Jim, you're costing serious money now.
Why is it costing?
Because there were sponsors. We have sponsors.
Well, but I would think if you
Did
have
fucking Riley's show have sponsors?
But if you have
answer my question.
I don't
God
know.
damn it!
He tried.
Did Riley's show have fucking sponsors?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I don't know. I just sell my own spots. I don't know. but if you had sponsors, I would think that you're going to be back on.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, JD made the creative decision. It was Howard said, "You are me right now. This is your call." To me, that sounds like a canceled show.
Well, but Ronnie, I can understand. Listen, it would mean a lot to me, and I would understand being upset. But if JD really just feels it's not good,
yeah, but he's not Howard. He knows nothing. This motherfucker.
So if you were put in that spot about someone's show or someone's talent, and you had to say yes or no, what would
but
you
he
have
has
done?
no talent. So how's he going to fucking
But
judge
he's a
me?
listener. I think he's a listener. That's his talent. He listens.
Yeah.
Anyone who
Yeah.
listens to us.
Yeah. Anybody who sits and watches fucking TV all day
I don't
and
know.
night. Yeah, that's real fucking brilliant.
But okay.
You drive around all day.
No, I'm not even talking about his job. I'm talking
No,
about.
I run two businesses, motherfucker. Okay? You want to trade paychecks? You want to trade businesses?
I do want to trade
What do you
paychecks.
fucking do? What do you fucking do? Huh?
Well, I do more than TV.
I put my motherfucking time to where I got to, okay? I put my time in. What did you do? What have you done to fucking cancel my goddamn fucking show? Who the fuck are you?
Guys, clearly Ronnie didn't think this was a bit for the air.
No, because you know what? I'm so tired of his fucking bullshit. His fucking... I don't even know how to describe it. With his fucking... Everything's a joke, and he laughs, and...
I have a good sense of humor. Sorry.
Dude, you have no serious... You're not serious about anything.
What do you mean, Ronnie? Try to describe this, because I think this is at the heart of what's between the two of you.
Because everything is a joke. There's nothing serious in this man's head.
Plenty that's serious.
There's nothing serious in his head. If he was serious about anything, he would be in some kind of a relationship with a girl.
What does that have to do with
A lot, man. There's a lot to do with it. You got a lot of fucking frustrations in your fucking head.
So on Wednesday's wrap-up show, we discussed my weight loss and Robin's newfound bead system. Now, she said I look like crap, but I lost 55 pounds because I eat meat. She doesn't eat meat. She doesn't eat shit. Who the fuck knows? Check it out.
I do want to talk about Robin's latest weight loss plan, and she says that the reason she investigated the bead thing is because she doesn't subscribe to it, but she's investigating different methods of weight loss. What do you think of that, Gary?
I mean, I don't even know how to respond to that. I mean, you know, wasn't Pete Townsend investigating porn? You know, child porn. Like, when did Robin become an investigator? And she's investigating it for the world or for herself?
Well, she said she's looking at different ways, and I guess a friend of hers had told her about this place, and she just wanted to see what it was all about.
I think that's a nice way of saying I'd like to try some new things to help me lose weight, and I'll see if it works. So if I'm trying a diet, am I trying a diet or am I investigating it?
All right, so I thought that was a little bit strange, but consistent with Robin, what she brings to the table sometimes. And then Scott, the engineer, comes in to say he lost 55 pounds, and immediately she's like, yeah, but look at him. And the first time she said it, I thought she was joking, but she said it 2 or 3 times to Scott.
Yeah, I don't think she was picking on Scott so much as that was her defending herself. Like, I think she was trying to say, like, Scott doesn't look so great because what I'm doing is great, not what Scott's doing. And then she went into that. The really weird thing she went into was Scott talked about something with some sort of a health issue, and she used that Western medicine thing again. And she's like, well, when you go to traditional medicine, and, like, I don't care. I understand that Western medicine isn't the be-all, end-all. And I think there are some holistic things that work great and everything, but it's still a pretty good indication. And Robbins seems to have completely scrapped it, except for crisis. Remember that?
Yes.
Western medicine is only good for crisis.
That's right.
Doesn't it make everything she says almost suspect? Like, you start questioning everything when she has beads behind her ear, and
but what's the difference between I'm trying something to see if it works for me because I want to achieve a goal, or I'm investigating it? What's the difference?
Well, apparently there's a huge difference to her. If you're investigating it, then it's research versus saying you're a proponent of that particular.
Yeah, but I think she's trying to keep some weight off, you know, and drinking the green drink may not be working anymore, and so she thinks this might work.
Well, she didn't say that. She said she's still firmly in the Dr. Ronnie camp.
Oh, I think she's in the camp. I'm just not positive. It may not be working for her in terms of... You can be in the camp, but it could still be a struggle.
Well, Scott,
you could be an alcoholic and still want to drink every day, some days more than others.
Right. Well, Scott, the engineer, is here now. And Scott, you just went in to talk about how you lost weight. Were you surprised at the way Robin reacted to you?
Yeah, she was a little rough. I mean, you know, I lost weight because I felt like crap. So that was a health issue why I lost weight, and I looked like shit too. Granted, I'm not, you know, the best looking guy on the block, but I feel 100% better. I've been to the doctor. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
I think you look great right now. I really do.
And I feel good. I mean, that was, you know, more of the point, just to get healthier. I wasn't really healthy. So I went on a shift of diet. I didn't go on a diet or a fad diet. I shifted what I eat to more protein and less carbs and more exercise. That's basically it. It's not a big change.
But Scott, did you... I thought, like, when you did this... Did something happen in your life in terms of, did the doctor tell you were sick? Because you could have done this your whole life, but you seemed to, all of a sudden it clicked in you and you just did it.
There's 2 reasons. I felt like shit. I was massively overweight, probably 60 pounds overweight. We did this lottery show 6 months ago on Howard TV for me, Mr. Lotto.
What was that?
A Sal's thing.
It was a show in the hallway.
Show in the
episode.
hallway.
Oh, okay.
Where, Sal goofed on me. And after looking at the footage of that, I'm like, God, I'm huge. This has got to go.
So you needed to see yourself in high def in order to make the switch?
Well, it was more health. As you get older, you want to, and my blood pressure was up, not terribly. And as you get older, you got to maintain yourself more if you want to live. Why I want to live, I don't know.
So you've lost a bunch of weight. You're feeling good about yourself.
Right.
And then
she just crashed down on the party. It's like, well, you don't really look good, and why do you go to a doctor? That doesn't matter either. You're going to get sick. You said you're going to get sick anyway, or something.
I kept waiting for her to say, next thing you know, you'll be eating.
Yeah. So it was really weird, and I knew about her little new bead thing for a couple of weeks.
Oh, she's had it on that long?
Yeah, because a friend of mine, his father runs the center where she went. So he told me a few weeks ago.
So why didn't you squeal?
It was like, my friend said, well, Robin said it was okay that I tell you that I know, but, just keep it quiet. So I was kind of doing her a favor. I didn't say anything, I didn't
see how she repaid you.
Yeah, and then during the show, she came in and she's like, "Oh, by the way, thank you very much for not letting anybody know that what was happening."
Did she say anything about what she commented to you and your appearance?
No comment on
Just thanks for not saying anything about the beads.
That's correct.
How did the bead thing come out, by the way? She fessed up? Or
A caller.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
A caller said that he was aware that Robin
His
was doing
wife or
something
something
new,
saw her in the center.
and Robin didn't deny it. She said she's wearing the beads right now, actually.
Whenever you go to the center, there's something going on.
Because I said to my friend, are you sure? Because Robin is a vegan. She doesn't eat this, because he was explaining the diet. He goes, yeah, she was there. There's no...
Yeah, she's only doing half of it. She's not drinking the milk.
That milk thing, yeah. Well, you got to follow the program.
What kind of research is that?
What do you do? The green drink without the enemas? I mean, that's,
I got to tell you, though, I've been trying to take some weight off. I took off, 12 pounds or whatever. And the people that I think about are Benji, Artie, and Scott, but specifically Scott. And they're the people sort of driving me because those three were always great to have around so you weren't the fattest. And now they're all losing weight. I'm serious.
I thought it was like my advice talk yesterday.
It was sort of like, well, listen, I could always be fat, but Scott's always grosser, and Artie's always bigger, and Benji's always bigger, and now I'm the fat one.
Well, Jason can be your go-to.
Yeah,
guy
but,
now.
that's
like Gary the retard making you feel smart.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, we talked to the big winner of the Battle of Wits between Sarah, Brittany Stevens, and Sal. And Sal ended up emerging victorious, and he came in to gloat a little bit, and we got to know exactly how Sal does when it comes to geography and general knowledge, and, well, Sal just being Sal. Here it is.
Now, if you missed the contest, let me play a little bit of it so you get the idea of the brain power that was involved. Hit it, Ted.
Who wrote the book Tom Sawyer?
Oh,
I didn't hear a book.
Diane Sawyer.
Diane Sawyer? That's a good guess. That was a good guess. Because it's Sawyer and Sawyer, you see?
Yeah.
You see the reasoning there.
It's not right, though. All right, let's go to Sarah, who's no longer wearing her panties.
hell am
So
I?
she's going to air that thing out and think a little bit.
air it out.
Go ahead. Who wrote Tom Sawyer? You know this.
I don't even know what Tom Sawyer is.
You don't know that?
No.
You went to school.
A little bit.
You had to read Tom Sawyer.
Some questions of these.
You think they're too hard, girls?
I think a little
Who is
bit.
Tom Sawyer?
Too regular.
Yeah.
Did both of them graduate
Is he hot?
Did you girls graduate high school?
Yeah.
Brittany, you did? Sarah, you graduated high school? Yeah.
Barely.
You did. All right, Sal, do you know?
Yes, Rush.
Who?
Rush. Tom Sawyer, the song. I didn't hear book. He said it once to Brittany. I heard it now. And then, if you notice, when he went to Sarah, who I was totally encumbered by, all I heard was the word Tom Sawyer, Tom Sawyer, Tom Sawyer. And by the time it got to me, and I know John and I talk about Rush a lot on the way home. So I said, John Hine wrote this question. This is a dunk shot. Rush.
Okay, now you realize that even people now listening are saying that this is a measure of your intelligence, that in an intelligence test,
right,
that the first thing that doesn't come to mind is Mark Twain, because almost everybody, maybe even you, had to have read this book when you were in school.
I didn't read it.
Yeah, but and when Howard clarified, though, Sal did have a good answer.
Eli Weiss.
Right.
Now, who were you thinking of?
I think Eli Weiss used to write books, children's books or something. I know Eli Weiss came up someplace because Well, I'm a big Beastie Boy fan, and I remember Adam Horovitz talk about reading books, and I think one of the authors was Eli Weiss. So I took a lucky guess. I think he's an author to some degree.
Are you guys? I mean, I'm guessing.
I had the same guess. Say it.
Well, I don't know that he wrote children's books. The Holocaust guy, Eli.
Yeah, I was thinking of Elie Wiesel.
No, I don't know. Maybe that was the
maybe
name.
got a kick.
Was he an author?
Maybe got Eli Wiesel confused with what's Dr. Seuss's real name?
Theodore Geisel.
Geisel.
Yeah.
So maybe somehow
I was thinking of both of those, Benji. Yes, you got it.
I don't know how
Thank
Sal's mind works, but Sal, are you feeling good today? I know you.
Well, Gary,
whenever you go into these contests, you worry a lot about how you're going to come off.
Gary made a good point. I mean, I really can't celebrate beating these two girls. I mean, that's like Bruce Jenner celebrating in the Special Olympics.
That's an excellent analogy, by the way.
But I do feel, where I feel good? I want to thank Gary personally and Howard. They gave me an opportunity to do something really special for my children, and that I'm really, really gratified over.
All right. Well, before we get to that, the contest started out. I know you had also had an advantage of going last. You had a little more time to think about your answers, although I think you knew the Ted Kennedy, the other ones in the beginning.
You guys gave me softballs in the beginning because everything that you discussed, surprisingly, has been discussed within the month. Current events I'm going to get because I only learn, and Gary knows this, and you do, current events through Howard. That's where I fucked up. I would never even have heard of Chappaquiddick now that I learned that. If it wasn't for Howard, I didn't even know. Well, I don't want to say what I didn't know, but anyway, I get my current events through Howard, and you guys threw some heavy current events in. But granted, they were very easy current events that those girls should have gotten in the beginning.
Yeah, I think the only things you missed were the Tom Sawyer one, and I can't believe
and
you thought that was
I thought
Rush.
Nelson Mandela was from Africa, South Africa. I really don't know the difference. Africa's look. If you live in Long Island, it's like saying I live in South Long Island. You don't know. You live in Long Island.
So you don't know the difference between Africa and South Africa?
One's on the south side of Africa, I guess. Or
okay. Do you seriously? There is a huge difference.
I have no idea. I know there's North America and South America. That's
okay. North America and South America.
They're different.
What are they?
North's on top, South's on the bottom.
What are they in the grand scheme of the world?
Well, South America's like third world.
But what are they? There's a specific thing.
Country, continents, I guess.
Okay.
Correct. And
okay. So is Africa a country or a continent?
Africa, Tokyo. Well, I keep thinking of this rap song. I would imagine Africa's a continent, right?
What rap song?
There's an old rap song. They talked about continents, but I don't think they were talking about continents.
Well, what's the song?
It was Africa, Tokyo, Asia, Mexico, something like that. But every time I listen
New York,
to that
London, Paris, Munich, not that one.
No. And so I'm not specifically sure about it. But I thought Africa was a country. I mean, I could be wrong. Apparently, it's a continent. I mean, that's what I'm getting from this. And South Africa, I don't know how South Africa.
What is South Africa, then?
I guess that would be the country because the question was what country. But
Right.
I don't get how South Africa is a country and Africa's like America's a country, right? I mean, a continent, but America's a country.
Well, North America.
I don't know. I'm very confused.
Well, North America's a
I'm not good with geography and I'm not good with history.
Well,
smoke coming out of your ears. Right now.
Really, I'm spinning.
Let me help you.
The hamster's on the wheel.
Let me help you. North America is a continent, and South America, like you said,
is a continent.
Okay, so what countries are in North America?
What countries?
Yeah. The continent.
North America is the United States of America. That's the whole United States.
That's the whole continent?
That's crazy. North America, we're America. That's just America, the country of America.
But then South America should be the South of America with that logic.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess there's something in South America.
I'm going to throw you a bone
I
here.
know there's like third world countries in South America.
There's more
right?
than one country.
America's one country, right?
There's
That's North
more
America.
than the United States is one country. There's more than one country in North America.
What other
Name some
countries
other
do you
ones.
think would be in North America?
In North America,
Yes.
that's us.
Yeah, besides us.
See, when I hear North America, I just think of the USA because that's how they show it on the map, don't they? USA, North America, which is Florida with the long thing on the
All
bottom.
right, I'll help you even more. What country? Yes, I'm going to help him, Jim. What country is north, Sal, of America?
What country is north of America?
We'll call it North America.
What country's above us?
Yeah.
I think Iceland or Greenland.
If you go to Niagara Falls and
I don't
drive,
know.
no, stop.
Don't do this.
If you go to Niagara Falls
you've
and you
been
drive over the border, where are
Vermont.
you? Where?
No, aren't you by Vermont? Close. No, Canada. Okay, Canada.
Okay. And if you drive to Texas, right, and you keep going, where do you end up?
With the Klan.
No.
If you drive to Texas, which is beneath us, you end up in South America, I guess, eventually.
Okay, but is there? What's the? As soon as you go over the border of Texas, say, or New Mexico or Arizona, where are you?
Well, if you go over the border of California, I know you're in Mexico. I know that.
Yeah, it's all the same border.
Tijuana, right?
Well, that's just the.
All right, so
tip
if
of
you go over the California border, you're in Mexico. If you go
Right.
over the Texas border, you're in.
I have no idea. I mean, where would you be? Texas?
If
Hold
you-
on, let me think. Cuba? I'm just trying to think of all, because there's a lot of Spanish people in Texas. I'm trying to think. They're big on Cinco de Mayo out there.
Gary, we're in another
So somebody must have
situation.
came
We're in
over.
another situation where we were talking about the girls before, and the way they answered, people thought they were putting it on. They couldn't
Right.
possibly know that.
He's not.
We're in that with Sal because Sal just doesn't know geography.
I will. Yeah, I just don't know it, and I, it's not something I'm not proud of this, but unfortunately I am terrible with geography.
Okay,
Terrible.
underneath,
I don't know.
Underneath, bordering the United States, below us, is only one country.
There's one country,
and it
beneath us.
covers our entire border. There's no other country that borders us. Am I correct?
On the south?
On the south.
Is it separated by water?
No.
Okay.
It's
so
connected.
So we're actually connected to another country.
That's right. Wow, I felt like I just gave him matches and wood, and we found
We're connected
fire.
to a country on the top and a country on the
The
bottom.
country on the top is Canada. I eventually
Correct.
got that, so that's good. I got that.
Okay, and the country on the bottom.
The country on the bottom. China? Japan? I don't know. I don't know it. I feel like an idiot.
China. Sal, come on. You got.
I am blown away.
The country beneath South America.
Well, they do say if you dig
No,
down.
not beneath South America.
Oh, not beneath.
Beneath the United States. of
Regular America.
Yes. It's names in one of the states of our country.
Really?
Yeah.
Chinatown, China.
New Idaho.
States in one of the.
Not York. Not Jersey. Not Hampshire.
New Haven. Wait, hold on. You give me a new
Four
thing.
Corners. Southwest. Cactus trees.
New
Santa Fe.
Arizona.
Border. New Arizona.
Cactus trees.
Albuquerque.
You guys are really wasting your time.
No, we're not.
I really. This is not.
What states?
why don't we stick
I got
with China?
it.
It's so much fun.
I got it. Many people in this country. I'm going to put. This is like geography for racist dummies. You ready?
Oh, that's
what
terrible.
do people complain? Most Americans complain that there's a lot of people coming over the border. What kind of people keep coming over our borders that people complain about?
Mexicans.
There you go.
Mexico. I said
See?
Mexico before, didn't I? I said in California.
Right, but
Wait
then
a minute.
I asked you the whole country. You didn't know. You thought it only bordered California. You don't realize
It borders
that,
Texas
it's
also.
a giant
and
country.
It's a big country.
Okay, but I did say Mexico. I said if you cross the border of California.
You said 17 different things. You threw darts at a wall.
Yeah, but I knew if you cross the border of California, you end up in Mexico.
And we said when you cross the border of Texas, where do you end up? And you said I don't know.
And that's also Mexico?
Yes.
And I said Cubans. That's very close.
No, it's not even very. It's not even.
Well, if you see them walking down the street, you really can't tell the
Cuba
difference.
is 90 miles off the coast
Same-
of Florida. Stop.
Okay.
You can only get there by boat or a floating roof or something like that.
Cuba's an island.
But you can't get there. Right.
was a
Cuba's
good
an
one, Gary.
island. You can't. You
Okay.
can walk over the border to Mexico.
But I got Spanish right. I got the language right. I got the people that they don't want there right. I got that based on what, I'm not being racist here, based on the question you asked me. So I'm very close. And I did say Mexico with California, but I didn't know Mexico with Texas, and I know that now. One thing about me,
Wait a
once
second.
I learn
Wait.
something from you guys, it's there for good.
Okay, so
I know about the wars and stuff now a lot better.
Here's the finish of the lesson.
I'm willing to learn.
North America is a continent that consists of the United States, Canada, and Mexico.
Okay, there's a continent. Okay, all right.
Hey,
So-
and there's even a third America.
Right.
Between,
That's right,
North
between
America
North-
and South America.
Little America, right?
No.
It's between North America and South America.
Countries like Panama,
Middle America.
Honduras.
You're on the right track.
Middle America. I mean,
What's another word for middle?
That's when they talk
Center
about the middle
America. Center America.
Correct. Center America. Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
What are you talking about today?
Whatever
You
they
got a
wanna-
new movie, right?
Yeah, I got a new movie.
And anything else that comes up? Yeah, whatever they want to talk about. I'm here. I'm in Midtown Manhattan. I'm on Howard Stern. What can get cooler than that?
Exactly. And you guys are very like-minded, so it should make for some interesting conversation. Right?
I hope so. Thank God for Howard Stern. Glad he's on this planet, that's for sure.
Why do you say that?
Well, these days, it's just all bullshit, isn't it? I mean, how many people really just, say what's on their mind and say it without any fear? I mean, he really, really doesn't give a shit. And that's a good thing, Most people have to worry about, geez, if I said that, am I going to have a job tomorrow or, whatever. And you could say, well, easy for him to say that now because he does so well, but I remember him back in Detroit when I was a teenager, and he still didn't care then when he had no money. Yeah, so, it's great to have an authentic voice in this country, and there are many of them, but it's good to begin the day with him. So.
Michael Moore's new movie is called Capitalism, A Love Story. Opens today in Los Angeles and New York, and October 2nd in theaters everywhere. He's got more Secret Service detail. He gets a lot of death
I was
threats.
going to say, what is all of that security out there?
Michael Moore's got real security. He doesn't have, just a couple of big bouncer-looking dudes.
Right.
He's got, Secret Service-type security. What's that cost
Are these
you?
guys walking
They're
around
special forces, actually. They're not even Secret Service. They're all Green Berets, ex-Green Berets,
Where do you
Special
hire
Forces,
guys like that?
Navy SEALs. The studio actually provides it. It's a company in L.A., and it's, for people that have to worry about crap like this.
Do you get a lot of death threats for real?
Well, apparently the studio gets a lot of threats.
But you don't see them?
But they hire these guys because they're worried about the insurance if anything happened to me while I'm sitting here in the studio of the Howard Stern Show.
But do you have problems with situations? I mean, it seems like a terrible way to live. It's almost like being a prisoner in a sense. Who would want to see harm come to you? I mean, I know people disagree with you, but do people want harm to you?
Oh, Howard, geez. I mean,
really?
No, it was 5. If you want to go back to how this started,
But wouldn't it be good for the movie if you got hurt?
Well, yeah, but he wants to make another one.
Right.
No, but
tell me when it goes back.
But I mean, I 5 days into the Iraq War, I won the Oscar, and I stood on the stage there, and I said, "We live in fictitious times."
Yes.
And I was booed off the stage, and the next day, our home was vandalized, manure spread all over everything, signs tacked on the trees, moved to Canada.
Moved to Canada?
Yeah.
That's what they were telling me.
So this is no game you're playing. I mean,
no, and then from that point on, I mean, people would just get. I think what happened is that the Fox News Channel and Limbaugh and O'Reilly and these guys decided to create a fictional character called Michael Moore and started telling all these lies about me and trying to get their listeners all hepped up that, oh, this guy doesn't like America. He's godless.
I hear you targeted a lot on there. I watch those channels
constantly,
and you're constantly targeted.
And so what that does is it encourages the less stable who are listening to those or watching those shows.
You think unstable people watch Fox News?
I think there's a few of them.
Right.
And so then when they just see me on the street, they go crazy. I mean, I was walking down the street in Fort Lauderdale. A guy in a business suit walks out of a Starbucks, just sees me on the sidewalk. His face just turns purple.
Because you're the enemy.
Worse than the enemy.
You're
the
a communist
devil. I'm not human.
It's true.
He takes the lid off his Starbucks and he throws hot scalding coffee at my face.
Jesus.
And one of these special forces guys was so quick. He sort of dodged right in front of my face, and he took the hit of the coffee. He got second-degree burns. We had to take him to the hospital. But even with the second-degree burns, he takes the guy down on the sidewalk, head right down to the cement, cuffs him. Cops were just a couple blocks away, and
it's an assault. You know, it's funny with you because I was talking to a guy. He says, "I'm glad Michael Moore's got to walk around with security. It's good he has to live his life that way because he makes up lies. So I said, okay, fair enough. What lies does he make up? Oh, you saw Fahrenheit, 9/11 or 9/11. I go, yeah. He goes, filled with lies. So I said, okay, what was one of the lies? It was a long time ago. I don't remember. Now, that was his answer to me.
Yeah.
I said, you see, that's the problem. If these guys get on TV and just keep saying over and over again, you're the devil.
And I'm full of lies, then people just repeat it.
And they repeat it.
And they don't
Now
go
you're
see
the guy
they don't go see the movie.
Right.
I got so fed up with that with O'Reilly and those guys with Fahrenheit that I offered a $10,000 to the first person that could find a factual lie in my movie. And I've continued that offer now in the last couple films because they can't find one. There isn't a single thing, a factual thing that's ever wrong in my films. Now, the opinions in the film are mine.
Right.
And you may disagree with them. And
But the facts are the facts.
The facts are the facts. If I say the sun rises in the east, it rises in the east.
You have fact checkers. You go around.
Oh man, I have a
journalist.
team of fact checkers. I have then a bunch of lawyers go through it. Then more lawyers go through it. Then the insurance company goes through it.
You're probably watched more than, in terms of being vetted, you're probably vetted
Absolutely.
more than a news show.
Absolutely.
Because you are a target.
But also, it's I don't do it just for that. I do it because I want you to. If I'm giving you a fact, here's a fact. 1 out of every 8 homes now with a mortgage is in delinquency or foreclosure. 1 out of every 8 homes.
And you have to have that fact. Someone's going to bust you if you don't have the right
Well,
fact.
and if I don't have it right, then how can I get you to think about the other things I'm saying about why are 1 out of every 8 homes in foreclosure right now?
Why are people threatened by a guy who says why are all these homes in foreclosure? What is threatening to people about that?
And
why are all these homes in foreclosure?
Listen, Howard, this is my 20th year as a filmmaker.
Right.
20 years ago this week, Roger Me was here in New York at the film festival.
Right.
And 20 years ago, I mean, these are the great lies of my career. 20 years ago, I said, General Motors, there's something fucked up about this company.
You were right.
And if things don't change, the rest of you are going to look like Flint, Michigan.
Right.
That's
That's right. Roger and Me was the exact
That was
message.
it, yeah.
And people forget that.
Then I said, I don't think there's any weapons of mass destruction over there. I mean, I'm not a weapons inspector. I don't know. But I'm just going to throw this out there. I don't think there's weapons of mass destruction.
And you were right.
Yeah.
And even the President of the United States was bullshitting.
That's right.
So you were telling the
That's
truth.
right.
Okay, go ahead.
And 2 years ago, I made a movie about the healthcare thing, and it took 2 years. Now we're in this huge debate, but I was doing it 2 years ago and saying, hey, there's something wrong with the fact that right now, 14,000 people every day, 14,000 today, will lose their health insurance here in this country.
And why is that threatening to people to hear about
Well,
that?
it's funny because Michael says they attack him and say he doesn't love this country. And these are people who claim to love the country, but they don't necessarily love what it stands for, which is freedom of speech.
Well, no, they don't like when people question it.
But they do.
Right,
they
which
do
is what
not
America's
like
supposed to be
people
about.
Exercising their rights. The rights that are given to us in this Constitution, they claim they would die for, guarantees that he has a right to say whatever he wants to say.
So you're not against capitalism?
I'm against what we have now, what they call capitalism now, is a legalized system of greed. In the old days, the way it used to be, it's, if you worked hard, you would prosper.
Right.
And you were rewarded for your ideas, or maybe you invented the light bulb.
In other words, you like the idea that you write a movie, you go out and work on it for 2 years, and then you make a profit. You like that idea.
Who's against anybody working hard and being rewarded for their hard work, or their ideas, or their inventions?
So when someone on Fox News or one of the people that hates you says he's not a capitalist, you say, I am a capitalist. I'm not against it.
Well, I don't even like to use that word anymore because they've so bastardized the word and what they've done downtown here. They don't make anything anymore. These guys have gotten rich not by producing something, not by coming up with the next internet or the cure for cancer or something. They're making it by moving money around. They make money off money, then they take bets against the money, then they take bets against the bets, then they take out credit default swap insurance. It's totally insane.
I don't even understand the stock market. It seems to me if you know a few people, you somehow get some information, and then you can make a couple of bucks. It's almost like legalized gambling, right?
Well, it's exactly what it is. But it's a crazy casino that even many of them can't explain themselves. It's purposely kept confusing. I show this in the movie. I actually go down to the stock exchange, and I stand outside the door at closing time, and I ask all these guys, can you tell me what a derivative is? Can you tell me what a derivative is? And no, one by one, finally one guy stops. Well, actually, one guy, I said, come on, guys, give me some advice. And one guy says, yeah, don't make any more movies. And but then the next guy says, here, I'll tell you. And so he went and sat down on a bench downtown there, and he tries to explain a derivative to me, and he can't do it. He starts over like 4 different times. It's a crazy system, but what it's done, it's lost a lot of money for people.
Is this why we end up with a Bernie Madoff? Because we don't understand the system, and he says, trust me, I know how to navigate the system. Yeah. He navigates the system and then runs off with all your money.
Very smart people trusted Bernie Madoff.
Right.
He didn't go...
That's what's scary about
it. He
it.
didn't go someplace... He didn't go into a poor community and take advantage of the poor.
Right.
He did this with people who were the captains of industry, who were big names in show business.
And do people get in trouble because they're trying to make money with their money, in other words?
Exactly. It's and of course nobody complained when he was giving them those 10 to 20% returns.
Right.
Of course, all he was doing was taking the money from the new people that were investing into his scheme. But nobody complained. Nobody said to us, geez, you know,
that's obscene.
The rest of the economy is like sucking right now. But I'm getting 20%. So well. I think I'll just be quiet about this. But then suddenly when they catch him, they go, oh, the horror, the shame of it all. You know, it's Bernie. I'll tell you, I'm actually one of the people that I feel bad for the guy because he's just become the poster boy of a much larger Ponzi scheme here.
Right.
Do
you take the belief that the stock market itself, the way the financial institutions are set up, the guys who give mortgages, is it all one big Ponzi scheme?
That's what I'm at that point now where I believe, and I interview people in the film who actually show how this is essentially a pyramid scheme, that the economy has become Amway, you know, where only a few people can sit on top of the pyramid. But the key is to convince everybody else in the pyramid
that they're invested in it.
Oh, and you too can be up here with us. Just keep working hard. Just keep busting your ass. You know, take a few less benefits at work. You know, you'll be here someday.
So that's the scam you're saying, that maybe less than 1% of the country gets to sit on top of this pyramid scheme.
And that 1% has as much financial wealth as the bottom 95% combined.
Now, you're going to tell us, or people are going to now complain about you and call you a communist and all this, and then 2 years from now, we're going to say, gee, the guy was right, like we did with...
well, this is my appeal.
You've been doing very well.
My appeal to people who are listening, who take that position with me, is... at least this time, give me the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
For 20 years,
I've got some credibility.
I've tried to warn you about a few things.
Right.
Just this time, just go with me on this. You don't have to agree with me about the other stuff, you know, gun control or abortion or any of that. Just forget all that. Just on this. Just trust me that there's a bunch of people, a lot of them in downtown Manhattan, who right now are trying to figure out the next great scheme to take your pension from you, to make you work harder for less money, longer hours, less benefits, and that's, you know, the Dow Jones right now is doing really great.
Are people
as unemployment goes up, the Dow Jones goes up.
Now, does that make any sense?
Because the way the Wall Street looks at it is that, well, we're going to make more money if we have to pay less people because employees are your largest expense.
Right.
So they reward a company that gets rid of people because the bottom line initially is going to look really good. But long term, it's fucking stupid because if you lay off all these auto workers, who's going to buy the cars? Who's going to have the money to buy the cars? It's like you've killed your consumers. It's absolutely stupid.
Are you shocked that you have so many haters, that there are so many people after you?
When you're trying to save everybody.
I mean, don't you think you should be held with some reverence?
Well, no, absolutely no.
I do. I think you're a hero.
No.
I think everything you've done in the films has come true. I'm a big fan, and I don't understand why somebody, especially if you're in the 95% of the people who have nothing, compared to that rarefied air, why would people? Do you think people dislike you because you're bursting the bubble? In other words, you're breaking up their dream that they're going to get to sit on top of the pyramid.
Well, that could be some of it, but if you go into the doctor's office and the doctor says to you,
"You're going to die."
I'm sorry to tell," well, or you have, not you're going to die, but you have cancer. your first response isn't to leap out of the chair and pummel the doctor for telling you you've got cancer. It's like, okay, what can we do here?
So why are they
'Cause I wanna
pummeling you?
live.
You're diagnosing cancer here in this society.
Well, to tell you the truth, it's gotten better, Howard. I mean, yeah, well, because enough people have seen that, because of what we were told about Iraq, what Bush did, and now people losing. You'll see in this film, actually, for the first time, Republicans inviting me into their homes to ask me for help.
Wow.
And I've really seen the change in the last couple of years, and I think the country's seen the change. I think that's why Obama got elected. I mean, there has been a shift.
You backed Obama early on. I mean, really early on, before Hillary Clinton, everything, all that other stuff.
Correct. Yes.
Has he been in touch with you at all?
I've never spoken to the man.
Never.
No.
He never thanked you for your endorsement. I mean,
I don't
you
want
carry,
thanks.
But you carry political weight, and the fact of the matter is, it might have been nice to get a call from the guy. I mean, you were very vocal about it.
I did get an invitation to the inaugural.
Are you disappointed in your president? Are you happy with the president?
No, I'm not. Well, I'm right now. For me, the jury is out. I mean, listen, the guy's only been in there 8 or 9 months.
Give him a chance.
He inherited a catastrophe.
Right.
I mean, this is like this huge mess is left behind. I mean, what's a black friend of mine was saying, this is typical white people make this big mess, bring the black guy in to clean it up. And
but you know what's funny? When I know the president got in touch with Scarlett Johansson, they were blackberrying each other.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he?
Let's pause for a moment and consider why he's contacted her and not me.
Let's think about it. What do you think it is?
Well, we can't go to commercial break on Sirius here, so.
Did you ever say to yourself, listen, I'm a talented guy. I know how to make films.
Yeah.
Screw this documentary stuff where I rile everyone up. Why not write a script like every one of these other maniacs? I try to rent a movie on demand. You can't even find a good movie. Why not write a script and make a regular movie like a Batman, Spider-Man, and then you'll sit there and you'll count your money and you won't even have to put up with all this crap.
I have written a screenplay.
You have?
Yes, and at the end of this movie, I say in the movie that I'm tired of being out here on the limb by myself. I'm tired of doing this alone.
You feel like a martyr?
I don't feel like a martyr, but I'm just saying that if we're going to call this a democracy, everybody off the bench. Mm-hmm. Everybody has to participate.
Somebody pick up where I left off.
Everybody pick up.
Right.
So next time when there's a George W. Bush and you Google Bush and Nemesis, my picture doesn't come up.
Right.
I want 5,000 pictures to come up. I want 5 million pictures to come up. So I say at the end of the movie, if this doesn't happen, if people are just going to sit and watch Dancing with the Stars and not do anything about this, I've got other things to do. And
so you will become a regular filmmaker in the sense with a story, and you'll direct actors and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but if people, I'm going to do that anyways. But if I really see a movement of people to get involved and not just sit back, I'll keep making these documentaries. I mean, I've got other films I'd like to make, but I
can't
also
see you making a film like with Jennifer Aniston where she falls in love with a guy who's a simple love
romantic
story.
Funny, that's exactly what the screenplay is about.
Really? It is a love story.
It's about Jennifer Aniston falling in love with me.
I like that. Now I would watch that.
Now, can you get Jennifer Aniston?
Beauty and the Beast.
Have you actually approached her on this?
No.
What kind of screenplay are you working on that's not anything to do with politics or the country's illnesses or anything like that?
I don't want to talk about it. I would say comedy.
Is it a comedy?
I'd say there's comedic elements.
Why not?
Bennett Cerf. Next, Dorothy Kilgowan.
The Bennett Cerf story. What about the fact that, and I don't know that this is a fact. You have to clear this up for me. I heard a report.
Yeah.
And maybe you heard me talking about it.
Yeah.
That you have a limo. But you will park the limo 2 blocks from wherever it is you have to be, and then you'll walk to be seen as a man of the people. Are these your enemies against spreading rumors, or is it really true?
It's once again a distortion of, you take a kernel of truth and then you expand it to the distortion. The truth is, yes, I have the limo, but in the limo, I'm not in the limo.
Right.
My Pilates instructor's in the limo, my masseuse, my life coach, and then I run behind the limo for extra, because I don't know.
Would you actually ride in a limo? I would think you're against these gas guzzling kind of cars.
Well, I try. Yes, in fact, I drive a. Well, I don't know how gas guzzling this is. I drive a Chrysler minivan.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's 5 years old, so it's it's got 100,000 miles on it. But no, I mean,
what brought you here today? Did you arrive in a limo?
No, a van.
A van.
Yeah,
All right.
there's a van parked outside here.
I mean, poor you. You can't even enjoy some of your success because people will perceive it that you're.
Yeah, but I don't know. Limos are kind of, when you're 6'2", those things are like to, crawl in there and.
I wouldn't know. I would never use one.
Yeah.
I find it a decadent sign of.
But I do. I mean, I do.
Elitist, yes. So now, let me understand also.
Yeah.
The last time you were here, you told me you're losing the weight.
Yeah.
You were going to get in shape.
Yep.
This is it, your personal thing.
And now you're looking at the result.
Yeah. Now,
Well, halfway.
Have you lost the weight?
I've lost 70 pounds since Christmas.
Wow.
Impressive.
And I've got another 60, 70 to go.
How are you doing? Are you doing this new thing where you put something behind your ear and you rub it?
No, I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. I read this book, this Dr. Pritikin, like back
Pritikin
in the
diet, yeah.
Yeah. And so it's really very simple. I eat actually a lot of carbs.
Right.
That this is kind of the misnomer of, carbs are bad because the carbs we got used to as Americans, white bread and potato chips and stuff like that, isn't good for you. But actually, if you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, it turns out that's actually good for you.
Yes. Gee, there's a new thought. Yeah.
So, and then I bought one of those elliptical machines, where
you sit,
The cross trainer.
Cross trainer, yeah. It's so you don't, pound on your feet and knees.
Do you hate all this exercise? It's not you.
No, because I usually do it watching the news, or I put an iPod.
And how many? What are you doing? 30 minutes?
I do 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes at night.
Very good.
So I get up in the morning, 30 minutes. Everybody's got 30 minutes, right?
So what is your life like? I mean, is that it? You get up, you exercise, you live a normal life, huh?
Yeah, and I live a normal life. I live in northern Michigan.
Still?
Yeah,
With
still
the
live
wife?
there. Yeah.
Sex good?
Yeah. It's funny about Fox News. I'm actually a very conservative person.
Yeah.
I've been with the same woman for 30 years.
You would be someone they worship.
All of the pundits, however, probably have different backgrounds.
We wouldn't let our daughter have a TV in her bedroom. She had to come out and sit with the family. We're very conservative.
Family
people.
values.
Yeah, well, yeah. Oddly enough, I think that's one of those things that was stolen. And in this movie, I never talk religion or any of that.
Right.
I'm not a proselytizer. It's a very private thing. But in this movie, I go and interview the priest who married my wife and me, and I asked him. I said, "Do you think the current form of capitalism, what is going on in Wall Street now, is a sin?" And he said, "Yes, it is." And
it's greed, right?
It's greed.
Okay.
And I went to the next priest, and he said the same thing. And essentially, the Pope has said that this. Jesus was very clear about if you don't help the poor, you're not getting into heaven. And so I talk about this in this movie
because it seems like the religious right isn't really following that.
No,
rule.
Absolutely no. And I feel like they've hijacked Jesus, and so I took an old.
But they painted this new movie to be anti-capitalist. The fact of the matter is, you're saying clean up capitalism. That you're okay with it. You think hard work deserves to be paid for, but all the trickery and all of this disguising of making interest and all this stuff, it's being run by guys who are scamming.
Right.
The
and
world.
Now that they've defined capitalism this way, I'm against that. I'm against a system that doesn't give everyone a fair shot.
So where do you invest your money?
There is no fair shot.
Where do you invest your money?
I don't have a single share of stock in anything.
But in other words, your last movie made millions of dollars. I read you made something like $24 million.
No, I know, that's so crazy.
Isn't that?
No. I'm a documentary filmmaker. I mean, I do well,
but
obviously.
Your films,
No. I do well. Yes.
And so you're worth several million dollars. Is that fair to say?
No, I wouldn't say that.
No?
No, I would not say. That's wrong.
Your net worth is over $1 million.
Probably if you count the value of the house and everything, yeah.
All right. So where do you invest when you have you must have a few dollars somewhere. Where do you put it? What are the
solutions you offer in this film? Do you offer
solutions?
It's in a
savings account.
It's in a savings account.
It's in a savings account.
And that's what you would tell people to do with their money?
Like 1% interest.
Can I talk you into investing in a strip club? Are you against that?
But are there solutions offered in this film, or is it just...
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
But aren't you tempted to put this money
What money? He says there's
No, he has money.
No, because I don't think I should make my money off money. I should make my money off the next film, off my next idea, off my hard labor, my sweat, whatever. That is where the money should be made. And that's why we're not going to get the next internet invention, because the young people coming up are being taught, and I show this in the film, the number one job now for students graduate from Harvard, MIT, Duke, the top brains.
Wharton School of Business.
They go to Wall Street.
They do.
They don't. And I'm telling you this. I mean, they're hiring physicists. Wall Street is. They're hiring engineers, mathematicians, because they want the top brains trying to figure out all these derivatives, all these new schemes and scams. And instead, so when they take those brains, we don't get the next cure for something we need to find a cure for.
Because they're going into investment banking.
Yeah, we don't get to figure out how we're going to survive without oil. Where's the next alternative energy source? Or why the fuck don't we have a bullet train? The Japanese have had this for 40 years. They don't need a bullet train. They live on a little island. We live on a huge country. You know, Howard, if we had a bullet train in this country, we could get from New York to L.A. in 10 hours on the ground.
You are making a very good point. I know for a fact that you're telling the truth. I know some kids who are brilliant kids who go to Wharton School of Business and a couple of these other institutes, UPenn, all this stuff. All they want to do is be investment bankers. You are absolutely right.
No,
they never say, I want to go invent something or make something. They want this investment banking job.
They want the lifestyle.
Right. And here's what's so
Gecko.
Here's what's so sad about this. You and I are the same age. We're born the same year. Right. And the year after we're born, Dr. Salk, Jonas Salk, invented the cure for polio.
That's right.
And our parents, when we were born, were very scared about this because so many kids were getting polio. He invents this, he finds the cure for polio, and then he announces that he's not going to patent it. He just gives it away for free.
That's right.
Gives it away for free. And I have a clip in the film of Edward R. Murrow saying to him, "What, are you crazy? Why don't you patent this?" And Dr. Salk says to him, "Well, would you patent the sun?" I mean, this is for everyone. I mean, the absolute selflessness of this. He could have been a multi-millionaire, but it was more important for him to do something for the common good.
And you're saying there's no patriots like that anymore?
It's rare. When
There's
do you see that?
Citizens of the world like that anymore. That was a world.
And look at a scumbag like me. I tried to patent the sun. Did you know that? I tried to patent on the sun. I was going to start licensing sunlight.
But speaking of you as a scumbag, Howard,
and thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for recognizing him.
I was listening to you out there talking about how you don't give a fuck about anybody. You make as much money, and I'm not for. You said I'm not
about me.
I'm not.
Money.
Yeah, well, I'd say I'm not for. You said I'm not for the collective, but I'm sitting out there with your staff and your crew.
Yes.
And the truth is, listeners, that this man takes very good care of everyone here.
Not Benji. He'll tell you himself.
Well, but he's here on a work release program.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but everyone else, I mean, they have health benefits here. They get paid well. And when the big merger took place between XM and Sirius, how many people from this show got laid off in the merger? None.
None. Not on this show.
They're all
absolutely.
They're all here. So Howard, my
I take care of the collective.
Socialist friend.
Right.
You actually are about the people. And here's my guess about you. All right, from having followed you since when I first heard you in Detroit when you were on WWWW.
And thank you for being my only listener there. It was pretty bad. It was pretty dismal.
But you got kicked off one show after the other because they would come in here and say, "What about the advertisers? We're losing advertisers. We're losing money."
I didn't care about the money.
And you didn't care about the money.
No.
You didn't. People haven't seen Howard's, there's a movie on this, or your book, and Private Parts. You get the whole thing's laid out
right.
there.
You
went right up against WNBC, owned by RCA at the time, then GE.
No, I didn't sell out. I'll give that to myself.
Never.
And I never said I need the money. I'm gonna,
Right.
I just
And the only reason you have the money now is because me and millions of people make the choice, the free choice of listening to you every morning. And so you have never put a gun in anyone's back and to get them to buy into Sirius Radio. I've never taken anyone to the ticket booth.
No, that's true.
Buy a ticket. And
by the way,
yeah,
I want to say you spoke out about something that I agree with. And I haven't heard many people talk about this except for you and me. When Madonna was adopting this kid, wanted to take this kid out of an orphanage, I still can't understand why people complain about this. In other words, I see a trapped little girl sitting in an orphanage. Parents don't want her. No one wants her. Suddenly Madonna gets interested. Everyone's interested in the kid. But the kid could have died in this orphanage, was probably dying.
Right.
So she adopted a kid, and the whole world was screaming and yelling. What is that? Why is that? Why would somebody be against someone adopting someone?
You know, because
I don't get it.
Because she's off the rail. The rail of the last 20 years, Howard, is about me, myself, and I.
Right.
And that's why I get asked the question, why are you making a movie about this when you're doing well yourself? You know, I get asked this all day long. And I'm saying, well, that question right there reveals what you believe should be the norm, which is if you do well, fuck everybody else.
Right.
You know? And so here's Madonna, who really doesn't have to do this.
No, she doesn't need aggravation.
And plus, and forget about the money and everything. I mean, here's a woman who's approaching, at that point, 50 years old.
Right.
Who, anybody here at 50 want to start a new family?
Hell no.
It's a lot of work.
You're not kidding.
And the fact that she would be willing to do that, and then when I saw this abuse that was heaped on her, I just thought, wow, we've become such a cruel people that we can't even recognize good anymore.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I can't even see the downside.
Well, when I was
of this.
trying to raise money for Eritrea, there were plenty of people who called in and said, hey, we got problems right here. I was like, if you saw the problems in Eritrea,
Right.
they pale in comparison,
Right.
our problems, to those people. You have to have some ability to say, you know, even though I'm suffering or struggling, there's somebody who's suffering more than me.
And I'm afraid not. Like, if we did have somebody say that, like Dr. Salk, who found the cure for cancer,
yeah.
And then he went on TV and said, you know, I'm giving this away for free. The pharmaceutical companies
They'd lock
can't make
him
any.
up.
They'd think he was crazy. They would think he was crazy.
That would be the end of him.
And because of that, because everybody knows that, nobody wants to be seen as crazy.
Right.
So there's no incentive for anyone to actually invent the next great thing or find that cure or do what's best for the society.
Well, that's why it's big news now when somebody finds a suitcase with $25,000 in it and they turn it in. That makes the news because that's not the norm.
Michael Moore's
to
film
just take the money.
is called Capitalism, a love story.